Sharks next year.
Ooh, all that meat.
Pause. Pause. He snappy today. He's gonna have a good one today.
Boy, get them Sharks a filet mignon.
Cage diving is crazy.
Yeah, I'm going.
That ain't cage diving, dog.
That shit's fun.
Cage diving.
Yeah. I would do it.
I'm because when we going, I guess when we going to Hawaii, it's like bull sharks, but not great whites. Yeah. That's the only thing
When you going to Hawaii?
That's my daughter's like graduation present. It's
nice.
Dope.
This year?
Next year.
Okay.
So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, bull sharks ain't no bullshit though. I think they probably like number 2, but it ain't great white. So.
Yeah, the boat goes way the fuck out there.
Do it?
Yeah.
I bet they ain't when a 40-year-old oxtail come jumping in the water. Shit. Shit, all that meat.
Oh yeah, you owe me, huh?
No,
you owe me for the finesse 2 times, don't you? Okay. I know we on today. Okay, I got it.
No, I said, man, you understand, bro, how I was plotting, right? Because normally this shit don't bother me, right? But when the video dropped, I'm in the fucking gym, right? And I don't know, I think wifey shared it. So we in the gym, I'm with my daughter, and my daughter's like, what you laughing at, right? And I'm like, nothing. Because she's too young. I'm going to be talking to her about pop shit. And I guess she seen it on wifey page. So she watches it. And now she dying laughing, right? And I'm like, what the fuck you laughing at? And she's like, you don't look like Finesse 2 times. And it's not laughing. I said, oh, no, you got me fucked up, right? So I seen her hit the share button to my middle daughter. I said, oh, see, all right. You got me fucked up. Yeah. You got me fucked up.
Start getting to the kids, it's serious.
Yeah, when it start getting to the kids, man. So now she all smirking and shit in the gym and shit. I ain't like it. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it, man. He got me fucked up, man. He got me fucked up. Hey, before we start this
no
show,
Merc.
Did they say something at work?
Yeah, Ron ass. What up, 2 times? What the fuck? Fuck you. But before we start the show, I gotta say, for the first time in as long as we've been doing this, I was wrong.
What? Is that all recorded?
Are we rolling? Okay. All right.
And I'm saying I'm wrong out of ignorance. So
this is better and better.
Last week, I made a comment about Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
I still stand by how I feel.
Okay.
But I was wrong in my interpretations of my feelings, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Them feelings are not
so?
facts. But yeah.
I never came here to say, but I didn't know truly how big Mariah was. Right? So when the clip was dropped and shit, because we was in here, we was having a good conversation. Shout out to Kale last week. When the clip was dropped, niggas was hitting me like, hey, man. And I'm like, oh, okay, I might be.
Sending you some facts?
Yeah, because shout out to my parents. My parents are big R&B heads, right? But they weren't into, nor did they introduce me to bubblegum R&B.
That's what we call him, Mariah?
In my opinion, that's what it was.
Bubblegum
R&B is just like, I would put, if I could put a bag of like, if I could put a couple artists in a bag that I respect, but I really wasn't into their music like that. And not because they not talented, but because they wasn't singing the R&B that I was known to.
Like?
It's like Whitney.
Yeah,
so
you always said about Whitney.
I would put Mariah, Whitney, Celine, probably early Britney in there.
Celine Dion?
Yeah.
Was she? I don't think she was ever R&B though. Was she?
No.
Ballad. The Titanic ballad that's
But she was
R&B.
like a powerhouse singer, so I could see how he would probably put those three. I don't know.
Like her and Britney, I
don't
wouldn't.
know
Her and
at
Britney is
all.
definitely.
Britney did it was like bubblegum pop, R&B ish.
Yeah, but
No.
that's not.
But she wasn't a powerhouse.
That's not comparable
Mariah,
to
if you
Mariah.
go back, what's the difference between fucking Butterfly and Oops I Did It Again?
Huge
Like,
difference.
What?
it's
Butterfly
bubblegum,
is a ballad.
bro. It's bubblegum pop.
This started off so
Dude,
good.
no, I'm talking about it's
That's
bubble.
not Butterfly.
That's Hero, ain't it? No, that's not Hero. That's Dream Lover.
That's just like bubblegum R&B. That's not. I wasn't introduced to that. Like that wasn't the R&B that I was listening to. So
What was the first R&B you started? Like, what was the first R&B you remember hearing from your parents?
shit.
Keith Sweat.
Vividly.
Mine was Keith Sweat with my mom.
Well, no. First of all,
Keith Sweat is crazy.
you couldn't live in my house. You couldn't like. My mom was a big In Vogue head, so I know every In Vogue song.
That's a solid introduction.
So that was. I'm talking about. I'm in the church robe in the living room singing In Vogue.
I mean, In Vogue got some shit that's similar to Mariah Carey though. Sound wise,
I ain't doing all that. Nah, we ain't doing that.
they do.
Nah, fuck no.
I feel like Mariah Carey, the way that she was brought out was more like a pop, like not really even. She was coined R&B because she was mixed, kind of like with Whitney Houston. Like
It's bubblegum pop.
they were put into the spotlight to be megastars because they were powerhouse singers, and it wasn't really what we knew R&B to be during that time.
Yeah.
But you also could not escape like her influence, her music. Anytime you turn the like radio on, she was playing. Anytime you watched any type of videos, whether it was MTV or BET, she was there. So she was always that girl, like as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
I didn't see her actually trending downward until she got with Nick Cannon and started letting him write for her and being weird. Like that's when it started getting weird.
I didn't see
He wrote for her.
Well, yeah, he was like helping her like with the Obsessed song and like all that stuff. Like that's when it was like a nosedive.
See, for me, I knew
She
I
hadn't
knew
recovered,
of
I don't
I
think.
knew of the hits, but again, that's not the type of R&B that was in my home. So
The
it
hits
would-
are never the base like the album though. Like when you listen to that album, you're not gonna get the same sound. Like the hits was for just the hits.
yeah, see, I wasn't even so like. Okay, I would say the first R&B album I ever bought with my own money was Joe. My Name Is Joe.
I'm not mad at that.
That was where the R&B that I was introduced to. That was where I was at.
I'm not mad at that.
I was never Mariah Carey never got no burn in my. It was just not the type of music that my parents listened to. And then when my aunt was into like 50s through 70s, the doo-wop, the soul funk shit like that. This just somebody brings up Mariah Carey. I don't think. So all I knew was the hits to Always Be My Baby and.
But you know how big those hits were, though.
Yeah, but that to me doesn't translate into. So it's like that's where it comes the argument I was having on the show was like, yeah, I knew of her hits, and then when Glitter came out, it went to shits, and then she kind of disappeared, and then she came back with Emancipation. That was the first Mariah Carey album. I was like, this shit hard, and it's R&B ish.
That's crazy. So Butterfly just didn't.
It's pop, man. Bubblegum.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like she literally had.
That type of R&B is like similar to.
She had ODB on that.
Yeah, okay.
And she had
Y'all come in here and y'all smash, y'all have Wu-Tang jokes all the time, and now you bringing up ODB.
she had ODB on one. She had Mace on another one, or the Locks.
see.
She had Cisco on the. She had Cisco.
I
Thugs.
fuck with Breakdown.
Breakdown. That's it.
That's
I'm
one of
missing-
her hits, though.
I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? Cisco, Bone.
That's a hit though. So I was familiar. I was familiar with the hits, but again, that just wasn't getting no burn in my house. So
Breakdown wasn't getting no burn in your
my opinion, my
I ain't listening to no
My
Mariah Carey
opinion
song with him.
still,
That's crazy.
to me, for me, my opinion still stands.
One sweet day.
I'm apologizing because I'm not burnt. That's not happening. My opinion still, I still stand with that because that was the reality of what I was living. I'm apologizing for the ignorance that came from it. Like I wasn't
That's stand
familiar with it. But when I come in here, people like to call them hot takes, but that's just how, that's my real life. I'm not going to come in here and say some shit was dope to me when it wasn't.
That's
Because the outside world thinks it's dope. No, that's not. No.
Yeah, but do you experience these things before you say they're not dope? I think that's what people's gripes be, because sometimes you be like, you'll come in here with strong opinions and then be like, have you seen it? You be like, nope.
Well, I'm the king of that.
We know.
He's on the
I think I can have an opinion on something. It's just like when somebody says, well, I don't want to see that, and they can have an opinion on it. My thing is like, there are people who listen to this show, right? That will completely kill my take, right? And then I'll recommend, hey, go and go listen to that. I'm not subjecting my ears to that. That to me is ignorance. That to me, at least I'm going to, everybody in here knows I'm going to listen to something. I'm going to listen to at least once. Now, whatever my opinion is from that, that's what it is.
So okay, so in the interim, since the episode last week, have you educated yourself on the Mariah Carey music as a whole? Have you listened to any Mariah Carey albums?
No. But that's how, that will be me leaving what my reality is. I can admit that so many people was hitting me up like, I can say, damn, okay, I was wrong. Yeah. That doesn't mean that I'm going to automatically start becoming a Mariah Carey fan or get into her music, because no.
Yeah.
I didn't listen
that
to
would be opposite of who I am.
I think outside of the hits, it's not a lot of songs in her catalog that people are really going to go back and revisit, other than like Breakdown. Or was that a single?
I didn't like Breakdown.
I'm not sure if it was or not.
Yeah, but I mean, unless it's on Emancipation of Mimi, like I would go back and listen to that now. But
man,
the rest of her albums, like
I gotta shake it off. That shit went quadruple platinum in my headphones.
That wasn't Emancipation of Mimi, was it?
Yeah,
that was Jermaine Dupri though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Emancipation was Jermaine Dupri, but Butterfly to me is one of those ones too. So, I don't know.
I think I agree with the R&B side of Mariah Carey, because if I think of other R&B artists that I like, my go-to songs is B-sides. I can't think of a Mariah Carey B-side that I would, like, what's a Mariah Carey B-side that you're like, I turned this on.
Yeah, I only know of
outside of her like singles.
It's hard though, because you don't. There's not a lot of times when people are probably in the mood to like put on a Mariah Carey Mariah Carey album, but the hits are so big, like they overshadow a lot.
Okay, and you just said what I said in 15 seconds.
Because
you can say, but you're sitting there saying, I've never listened to it and I have no plans on listening to it. Like you can't, like if you've never listened to it, how do you have such a strong opinion?
What did I just say?
He said he'd go back and listen to it. He gonna give it one shot.
It was not outside of the hits. Now I know Mariah Carey's hits, but outside of the hits, Mariah Carey didn't make the quote unquote R&B music that I was used to.
How do you know if you've never listened to the albums?
I mean, I've heard a few Mariah Carey songs. That don't mean I'm gonna go to them and I listen to them and I know what they are. But based upon what I was listening
to the hit, you say you won't listen to the hits. Okay. If you never listen to the album, how do you know she doesn't make the type of music you listen to?
Fly, goddamn, Fly, close the door. But I'm saying she didn't, based on the Mariah Carey songs that I've listened to, she doesn't make the R&B music that I was introduced to, especially at a time when I did not have control over the R&B music that I was listening to. That was not in my household.
I get that.
So I'm apologizing because the way that I feel, while I maintain how I feel, it can come from a place of ignorance. Meaning, just because it wasn't played in my household and it wasn't the R&B music that I listened to, does not mean she didn't have a prime or her music wasn't good. However that clip made people feel. That's all I'm saying. Okay. But to go from to now all of a sudden come in here because I was getting tore up, and then come in here and then act like I'm a super Mariah Carey fan, then that is opposite of who I am. I'm not a groupthink guy.
That's one extreme to another though. Like you don't have to say I'm a super Mariah Carey fan and say, well, okay, well this music obviously made a lot of people feel a certain type of way, so maybe I'll educate myself on what the music actually sounds like.
I have no interest outside of the Emancipation of Mimi and her hits to listen to Mariah Carey's music.
You want to listen to not one other album?
A Mariah Carey song?
Like an album?
No, I have no interest
Just
to.
one day? Oh, okay.
But
I thought you said you'd give it one shot.
I can say that and also say that I could be wrong in how I felt in that clip. And because I have no interest, it came off super ignorant. Because I didn't know of her career like that. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not, groupthink is not going to consume me. And nothing no one can say can deter what my reality is.
Anybody listen to this pod know I don't really care for female R&B anyway. So
Yeah. But it's like, when motherfuckers get on there and be like, oh, don't listen. Like, what?
Yeah. People are...
But then it be the same motherfuckers where I say, hey, man, check this out. They be like, I'm not subjecting my ears to that. Now who's ignorant?
Both y'all? Ignorance isn't like exclusive to one person. Like everybody can be ignorant.
Yeah. But like I said, it's all at the end of the day, it's all personal preference. Yeah. And while I may come on here and I'll make it more entertaining than what it is, because at the end of the day, we still got a lot. This is an OG podcast. Like we still got a lot of people that listen to this through their ears. Yes. So it's going to. I'm going to put it in a way to where it's very, very entertaining. But I ain't just gonna come out here and throw no shit out in the air just because. No, I'm giving people my reality, and shout out to my parents. Mariah Carey was not walking through our door.
I actually agree with your take because I ain't never listened to Mariah Carey either. So I was kind of like, yeah, that sounds about right to me.
I'm trying to think. the closest I can say, and I don't know who bought it, but the closest to popish that my parents probably got. I want to say I seen a Tatiana Ali tape.
Oh, God. God, no.
One day.
Listening to Tatiana Ali, but Mariah Carey getting banned is fucking crazy.
But other than that, it was
Tatiana Ali is black. You
know what I'm saying? It was
no,
it was not. It was real. It was R&B.
That's crazy.
Mariah Carey don't have nothing for me.
Mm-mm.
And Michael, and my dad shut the door and listened to that with the lights off.
Who? Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
What?
Invincible. Yeah.
Why?
No, Invincible was hard. I like Invincible.
And he did that, and I respected that. I mean, like I said, my love for R&B. My mom sings, and so she was listening to and my dad was a real R&B head. So he did that with he went in the room, shut the door, and cut the lights off for
why is he going in the room, shutting the door, and cut the lights off?
To set the mood.
I mean, I think it's like a prison thing, but.
And you putting it to prison, these make you sound crazier.
Well, no, I mean,
is that how you listen to music?
No, because you remember, okay, Skinny, you remember like a song he had, so he did this with, I remember him doing it vividly with Michael Jackson, Invincible, and then Donnell Jones, Life Goes On, right? And there's
Donnell Jones, Life Goes On.
There's a song on there where
Yeah.
he goes to prison and then, oh, my dad fucked with that heavy.
Yeah, I'm with him on that one.
So that
but I'm not going in the dark room.
I mean, that's.
I will like.
That was when my dad did that, right? When my dad did that, though, that's the crazy part. Because when my dad did that, that made me go listen to Michael Jackson. I didn't know the fuck. I didn't give a fuck about no Michael Jackson.
I'm not a big Michael Jackson fan either. So
I'm not either.
But I did like Invincible because I'm with you. That was the more R&B sounding album or whatever. I remember my dad buying me Dangerous album. And I don't know why. I need to ask him why did he do that.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
Yeah. The only things I remember about Mike was I think my aunt, she used to wear these like face masks and he used to scare the shit out of me.
She wore a face mask?
No, like you remember when you put the white shit on your face and then you let it sit?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a beauty.
Okay.
Scared the living shit out of me, right? So I hated going over there because it seemed like she would always do it when I'm there.
Okay.
But I remember the time being on TV. I was a kid then though, like real kid. I remember the time being on TV and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. They do the fucking Egyptians.
Yeah.
And then Invincible is when I was like, hey man, who the fuck is Michael Jackson? Like I knew him, but like his music.
That's when you decided to start listening
Yeah.
to music. Okay.
I think that's probably what my dad bought. Dangerous. I was always a music video person. I loved videos. So, like, what's going on, bro?
I can't get over it about like it just being a prison thing about going to the room and turning off the lights and listen to music. Like I'm trying to envision like Skinny going to the room and turning off the light and putting on like a Dolomite album.
But see oh Jesus Christ.
Now, why would
Why
you
would
say
that be the album?
Why would you say that?
I mean, Skinny's like the Vegas music, guru. Like, oh, that new Dolomite just dropped. Let me go. Go ahead and turn the lights off.
That's not the thing.
Make sure I feel that shit, man. I gotta.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Every bar.
Out of all the albums, the Dolomite one is crazy.
You gotta do your review.
Might be a vibe,
Yeah,
man.
on
he-
Shit.
Vegas music.
Y'all niggas stupid, bro.
It's nothing street. Dula don't do no street music.
He ain't sidekick. Don't play with
I think
Dula
Dula is
like
cool. Like, it's some shit I go listen. Nah, it's not. But
like it.
he do have an album
you like
that I
his
like.
song? I mean,
he have an
it's
album
not
that I
new no
like.
more, but did you like his last single?
With Taylor Louise?
Yeah.
It was okay.
Man, I fuck with that, man.
It was okay. He have some, like, I forget what album it is, but he do got one album that I will listen to that I think is cool. And after that,
Okay.
he got certain songs that I kind of fuck with.
Okay.
But yeah.
Bitch probably hitting
But
the dark.
turn the
boy. You ain't
music
listen
off
to it
in the dark.
Did you go to Miles'
Solo.
thing yesterday?
I didn't. I was on the clock.
Okay.
Slave ship.
Yeah.
I wanted to go though. He hit me. Did you didn't go?
No, I ain't go.
I know you
You
said
know, I
you
don't
went.
fuck with the music Miles make now, you know.
What?
Shout out to him, but I think he got too consumed with the Kendrick shit. So now all of it's like super lyrical miracle and shit. I ain't there yet. That's like me walking into a jazz lounge, like
I don't know if
actually
it's more.
wanna-
I don't know if it's more Kendrick or more Cole. I feel like Miles is more
boy,
Cole.
he going down. He on a yellow brick road to.
He's more Cole.
My God, if that is those your inspirations right now. But shout out to bro. I hope he get back to like making music.
I like what he make now more than I did when I first came across him. Only song I liked when we first came across him, when you introduced me to him, was the North Fifth song. That was probably the only song I really fucked with.
Yeah.
I like the music that he makes now compared to that.
Okay.
Honestly,
Okay. Well, that's just where I'm at in life, and this ain't no shot at him, but I like when people bring lyricism to good music, not thinking that good lyricism equates to good music, if that makes sense.
Right.
you like Nas.
Yes, but I have to, admittedly, that is my favorite artist, favorite rapper ever. I have to be in a mood to listen to Nas.
Because Nas brings good lyricism. I ain't gonna say to bad music.
But I will be in here, I will be insanely lying if I came in here and I said, I listen to Nas every day because that's my favorite artist. That would be a lie.
How often do you go listen to a Nas project?
A Nas project?
Like throughout the year, like I'm gonna turn on this project from Nas. Like T.I. my favorite
2-3
artist.
times a year, maybe.
Okay, that's
Project. Now
Like a project.
songs, a couple times a week maybe. When I'm in the gym or something.
But do you have a Nas project where it's like I'm gonna turn this on? I could just vibe out to this all day. Like
No.
no,
But I don't,
that's crazy.
because it's a different time. Like I don't, no one.
What do that mean if it's your favorite artist?
Because
This nigga would turn on Michael Jackson just on the cups and would listen to the
No,
thing.
I'm saying because the way in the ways in which I listen to music, right? I'm really at this point I'm listening to music while I'm at work
Yeah,
or I'm in the gym. And both times
that's
I'm
not
probably
what you
listening to like playlists. Now if a Nas song come on,
So you don't make your own playlist.
yeah.
You have a Nas playlist?
No.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But I can break down his songs. I know his music. I know his albums. But I be lying to say I listen to this shit every day. Like there was a dude, who the fuck? I think Ebro in the morning, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
They were having a discussion. He was saying like Thriller got some skips on it.
What got some skips on it?
Thriller.
Okay.
Now in the context of the internet, that sounds crazy as fuck. But if the song comes on, I probably won't skip it. But if I turn on Thriller, it's only 2 songs that I'm listening to. PYT and The Lady in My Life. I'm not listening to Thriller all the way through. That doesn't mean it's not the greatest that doesn't mean it's not the greatest album ever, and that doesn't mean that it's trash. It's the greatest album ever. But in today's 2026, I know we all like to.
I'm skipping all that shit.
Yeah,
I got 2, but I do that for most albums though, because that's just not the. We're not in the time where we would sit down and we would listen to an album through and through, and we experienced with an album, and no, we got so many songs at the tip of our fingers now.
So you don't have a playlist of none of your. I'm saying you got a playlist of any of your favorite artists, like a playlist.
I don't
where
make
it's like
playlists,
this artist. Oh,
but I will go back and revisit like my favorite album by my favorite artist often.
See,
Yeah, I listen to The
I
Last
listen
Day of
to a
Summer
full
all
album.
the time. Like it
A
just
full album.
like,
I
it
will
just
listen
came
to
out.
my favorite artist, whatever favorite album that is. I will turn that album on and just listen to it.
No.
Sometime if I'm working out, G-Funk Classics should not do that with. That's
If
one
I
you shouldn't
do
with.
that, Skinny, it is something that predates 90s.
It's crazy.
Like I can do that, like 80s funk, 80s R&B, maybe some albums that I lived and experienced through in the 90s and the 2000s, but it's just too many songs out there now for me to even want to do that. So I can make a playlist of my favorite songs, and you know what I mean?
And
I
not go
feel
back.
it. I feel it.
But a lot of them, a lot of those albums had lots of skips back then too. Like I don't know why we try to act like, oh my God, this is the greatest album of all time.
Ain't no
like
skips on Thriller. But
yes, it is. I'm not listening to Thriller. Like I'm not
with you.
listening. I'm never listening to that.
If
I don't
I
want to
go
hear
to
Beat
Thriller,
It.
there's 2 songs.
Please, God, don't ever play Beat It. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear none
Don't
of
play
that
Michael
shit.
Jackson for me.
I don't want to
But
hear
that's
it.
just
I
me.
mean,
I do want to go watch the movie, but I
there's
don't
not a
know.
lot of Michael.
I think
His ballads get more burned than anything. I was never really into his. I respect his pop singles. I respect his music, but Mike to me was at his best on the ballad game. So I'll listen to ballads all day long from Mike. Yeah, I'm never listening to Beat It.
Never. There's like never an occasion for you to listen to Beat It. Scream, please, God, spare us all. Please don't ever.
Which one is
play
Scream? Scream is
with
With
him and Janet.
Janet.
oh him and Janet.
My God.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be honest about this? No. I'm sorry.
I like watching it when he died and she came out to MTV. That was cool.
Yeah, I mean the moments. So that's what I feel like with Michael Jackson is. It's like it's such a. Everybody is so tied into the big moments that surround his music being released. Like you already know you're gonna have a like outstanding video that's gonna support this mid song that nobody like. It's not even a good out. I don't
To
know.
me, going in, I'm finna shoot. To me, I'm finna shoot this to Ivan. But
Man, don't shoot me.
No, I'm saying
motherfucking thing. This got nothing to do
No.
with
What I'm
me.
saying is her point. The point that she just made, because you're the only one that's watched the movie.
Okay.
But the point that she just made, I think the point that she just made is the reason we got the movie that we got, where it was nothing just but highlighting this.
Did you see the movie?
No.
So that's why we coming to you. So
I'm the king. I'm the king of that. But that's like me saying. I remember one time I came here and Skinny sounded dumb as shit when he.
Damn.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I think this was during COVID time, and I said, "Did this nigga really say this?"
What
And I
happened?
think Kobe said it too, and I'm like, "Do you niggas hear what y'all saying?" I remember when they remade The Lion King, and niggas was mad at me because I spoiled it.
I wasn't mad at you for spoiling. I think we was talking about
Malcolm X. Wasn't it Malcolm X?
It
We was talking about Lion King.
talking about Lion King.
And they was talking about I spoiled it. And I'm like, Do we not all?
It
And I think
wasn't
that's
a-
the same thing with Michael
Who
Jackson.
asked
I
what
think you
happened at
can.
the end of
It
Malcolm
wasn't the
X, though?
spoiler part. It'd be you, like I just said, you would kill a movie, like completely trash it off of all reviews, and you never go watch it. Don't have no players, don't go to see it or nothing. You will kill it. Like it's It's
Okay,
fine.
and,
And I'm
okay.
like, nigga, bro, you gotta at least-
admittedly, I'm the king of
at least
having an
see it.
opinion about something that I haven't seen. That's one. Two.
That is crazy
Two.
though.
Only my wife can vouch for this. I would do so much research into something
Yeah.
to the point to where when I come in here, I felt like I've watched it. That's the truth.
No, he actually will go and read
know.
like all the stuff.
That's the truth.
And not the reviews, but like he'll actually pull the actual.
He would go through
And I
every.
cheated on
Everything.
TikTok a little bit. I've watched a lot of the Mike movie.
So you kind of
Allegedly.
This is the thing, though. All the time you do all this outside research, you could have just went and watched the
No,
thing.
but you know what? I respect Mike so much is that instead of going to watch a recreation of what was already done, I could go on YouTube and I can watch the real thing.
No.
All of the performances was recreation, and you know how disrespectful to Mike they was. The thing that I didn't respect about the movie, and especially the parts that I've seen all the performances. Let's get that out the way. I've seen all the performances on the Tick to the Tops, right? But the thing that was so disrespectful to Mike, in my opinion, is that it took away his creative genius over time, right? So for me, Motown 25 was probably his stellest moonwalk.
Okay.
That was like the moonwalk at its.
That was the first time he did.
That was the first time he ever did. Why the nigga doing the neck thing at Motown 25? Mike added that as time went on. That to me is like,
They didn't do no research.
no, they're trying to add so much to the movie. It's too much. But this goes to his creative genius. That ain't no. It's little shit like that that's just annoying. Like I fucked with that when he was doing, you know what I mean? It started with the neck thing. He started to incorporate the neck as he's moonwalking, and then he starts to put his hands in his pocket. Then he starts to he started moonwalking in place.
You want the evolution to be right.
Yeah, nigga, don't put all that shit in, nigga. Especially giving it to, you know what I'm saying? Like that, but you gotta credit Mike. That's what I'm saying. Niggas don't be giving Mike no credit because he was so motherfucking powerful. Billie Jean wasn't no Motown record. That wasn't a Motown record. That was a whole whatever other record company he was on. Nigga, I performed my record by another record company at your shit.
That's a fact.
It's that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That where I was like, damn. Cause I cheated. I watched all the performances, bro, and that was the first thing. Like, damn,
That stood out
it's
to you.
the evolute. Like, but it goes away from Mike's creative genius. But I also understand why we got the movie we got. People miss Mike. No, I'm saying people miss Mike, and they miss the great moments that he gave. I think a lot of us took him for granted, to be honest with you. Right? Mm-hmm. And it goes back to what his daughter was saying, was like all his surface level fans will be pleased with this movie. And at first I'm like, damn, like that was a fucked up kind of, because you can see the family is just like split up. You see his son there all the time, his daughter nowhere to be found. You see the brothers there, Janet nowhere to be found.
Wasn't even in the
and
movie.
I'm like, damn, but it might be a movie that the people need at this point. They don't need all the bullshit.
I mean, I'm like I said it plenty of times. The Bob Marley movie was a movie full of no bullshit. Like you don't get to scandals and all the bullshit. Like you just get the perception of his kids and what they wanted you to see and how they wanted to like show their dad. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm Paris, I'm like, fuck y'all in this movie though. Like, I remember like how y'all did my dad. So it's like the movie is made because it makes us feel good. But when he was living, I remember Wacko Jacko. Right? And so, you know me, I like doing psychology shit, right? So I went to the barbershop. I went into the barbershop because I've always been interested. And that's why I like talking to like OGs and shit. But I ain't never talked to an OG about no music. We ain't need to do that. But I asked one of the OGs in the barbershop, I'm like, how was it when from Thriller and then the Bad music video comes out, and he's a totally different color. It wasn't like people seen this transition.
Gradually.
It was like the Bad music video comes out and this nigga is a totally different color. And dude told me we already knew Mike was out of his shits by then. I'm like, damn.
But then now is the
So
movie.
now I understand why his daughter be like, fuck you niggas. Like, my dad makes y'all feel good, but y'all ain't fuck with my pops like that.
But we don't even know if his daughter shares DNA.
Man, I ain't doing that.
My
man.
understanding that none of them do, but go ahead.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. I know I know bro seen it twice at this point, right? Mm-hmm. So we want your full review. Good. Start with the good, the love,
It ain't no bad for
the
him.
bad, and the ugly. If there is any, in your opinion, uninterrupted.
It's mostly good. It is a feel good movie.
Did you seen it twice, right?
I seen it twice.
What was the environment when you?
So the first time we went to saw it, it happened to be on my daughter's birthday, and we did the expensive joint. So we did the one with like the bigger screen, and it was supposed to be like no, it wasn't IMAX. It's something. It's like Dolby Atmos.
Oh yeah, that shit dope.
We went to AMC in Town Square.
Okay.
So when we were trying to pick a showtime, like reading the different type of formats they have as far as cinema goes, like this one was supposed to have like better like sound quality. So it's like a bigger screen and better sound quality. So we was like, cool. If you're gonna experience Mike, to me that was the way to go.
At Tom Center?
At Town Square.
Down.
Yeah.
Right off the 215.
Okay. Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So
Might have to fuck with that.
we did that. So
When you say more expensive, how much?
it was like $20 a ticket.
Okay, that's not too
And
bad.
it was 5 of us. So that was $100 on just watching the movie.
That's not bad.
No.
Yeah,
We had
that
eight
sounds-
anything.
It was 115, so damn.
Yeah, we'll probably be about 130.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
For just movie tickets?
So when we went to go see Super Mario, it was 115.
Yeah.
How many of y'all?
6.
Oh yeah.
It's about right.
That's not I think it was like $100 just for the tickets.
Okay.
We didn't eat nothing.
Town Square though. Town Square.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in our movie theater, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't like super packed out. So like until I got on Twitter the next morning, I didn't know that I had missed out until you like look at how it looked worldwide, and it's like, oh, it was a motherfucking party everywhere.
No, nigga, I would have punched the nigga in the face if he would have got up and started moonwalking in front of the screen.
In front of the screen, while the movie was going, I would have probably got mad too. But like we did have some people. They were I don't know what they were. They were Middle Eastern or something like that, and they were talking.
You said didn't nobody wear the Michael Jackson stuff when y'all went?
It was me, my daughter. It was like two kids. I think one had on the smooth criminal outfit, one had the Thriller jacket, and then in the aisle right behind us, it was a bunch of black women, and they had silver hats and silver gloves. So like as far as like putting on like real outfits, it was only like the 4 of us. But like I said, the theater wasn't super packed out because we picked the expensive
It
movie
gets
option.
to a point. No, I'm just kidding.
Second time.
My daughter said the same
No,
thing.
second time was the environment.
Second time I went, it was a Tuesday. I go on Tuesday, so I went to the hood, and it just was a regular.
Aztec.
Yes,
Okay.
I went over there. It was just a regular movie, but like it was still the crowd was still great. It was a bigger crowd, but
They got to do something with the lawn and shit over there. You got this big ass.
It's not that inviting. it
like
gives
it.
Dust till dawn around this motherfucker.
It gives
For real.
proceed with caution.
I like it. I like it in there, man. That's my
Say,
spot.
damn, y'all not getting the weeds out the rocks in this mother. Come on, dog.
It's Northtown, man. We don't act like Silver Nugget right across the street. We not gonna act like the Saratoga's not right here. Like this.
But damn, that's the point though. How many Mexican homies over there?
A lot.
Somebody can drive around on the truck and just, just a little bit. God damn. It's fucked up over there.
It is.
Northtown,
I like that
baby.
theater though.
It's nice
The
on the
theater
inside,
nice.
but outside is like, ooh.
The
theater is
the
cool.
I
theater
went
nice,
over there
man.
we went over there to dump the trash, and I'm like, God damn, nigga, y'all talk about just abandonment.
Everything around it is leaving though. Like everything, like Silver Nuggets right across the
I
street.
mean, I gotta like
Silver
fuck
Nuggets,
my
yeah.
property. Gotta be like, damn. And especially over there, like you can literally jump the fence and ask one of the Mexican homies to cut this shit. That's what I'm saying. Like
For a small fee.
we in Little Tijuana. They're born with
Oh Lord.
handyman
What are we
skills.
doing?
It's the truth.
It's
Boy,
just
with
getting
handyman
crazier and
skills.
crazier.
I mean, you live in Northtown. Tell me how many houses over there that got their own landscape and got their own shit.
They do their
Niggas
own-
be having
they do
whole
their own
fountains
shit.
and
Yeah,
shit.
They do
No,
their own
yeah.
shit. They do
Oh,
their
they
own
be
shit.
built up for sure.
They do their own shit.
And
sure.
they build it from scratch.
From scratch.
And they be having the Lotte
I ain't mad. I ain't mad. I've seen the house get built from scratch over there. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm talking, man. Nigga,
It was like it's like they like and they built the house and they just kind of lived in it and then they bought the plot like right next to it and did the same thing. So I've seen them like I'm like, oh, that's dope.
and I respect
Yeah,
that shit because they be having their
absolutely.
kids out there and shit. So
Fucking right, yeah, you gonna learn how to do this shit too.
yeah, that's about at least I can only imagine got to be about 60, 70 an hour.
You get paid. You get paid. My son's friend is in construction right now. He's like, I think he's in like Idaho. He's like he make $12,000 a month,
Man, come on.
like 12 bands a month. He's like he don't know what he do with it. He
Dang.
just spend it.
I told her, shit, our landscapers, we pay $50 a month. And you see the little ass piece of grass we got.
Yeah.
Like, so man, shout out. But go ahead. My bad.
No,
I
you good.
didn't want to get off on Aztec, Northtown forever.
Northtown forever.
Yeah, no, it was a regular like movie kind of going, but it was the theater was fuller. But both times you had people like staying after the theater after the movie went off and was just dancing to the music. So I thought that was dope. The bad.
No. Get to the good. The movie itself, the good.
The movie itself it's great. It's great to me, but I'm a super Michael Jackson
That's
fan.
all we
so
talking
there's-
about is you.
There's that. So I can recognize my bias in when I'm watching it.
That's fine. We want Ivan's review, not what the internet. I just
No,
want
that's why
Ivan's.
I'm giving my review.
Okay.
I'm a super Michael Jackson fan, so I recognize my bias when I'm watching it. So for me, this felt like the happy place of my childhood. For me, growing up, almost every summer when I would get I would spend the majority of my summers as a kid in Mississippi.
Oh God, here we go.
When I would come back,
He was
Probably
a
swear.
Southern boy.
This nigga swear he young dog.
What y'all want me to do, man? My pops is my great grandfather is Charlie Patton. Y'all seen Sinners anyway.
Y'all see you saying
Y'all
that?
seen Sinners. So every summer when I would come back, my godparents would take us we would go to Disneyland. So
In Mississippi?
No, in California.
Oh.
When I would come back, you missed that part of the story.
Say, damn nigga, this is called Disneyland.
No, so
It's Candyland, nigga.
Mississippi got a theme park.
Candyland.
No, nigga. You don't want to be outside at all in Mississippi. Trust
Who that nigga on that head?
Not the sip.
me. Not the sip at all. Fuck no. So no, every
That
time-
nigga sleeping in here?
Mississippi's different. If you ain't never experienced Mississippi, boy, it's hard to
it's
describe. But no, every summer when I would come back from Mississippi, we would go to California. We would go to Disneyland. So growing up, for me, Captain EO was something I went to every single summer. So for me, Michael Jackson, growing up, like represents my childhood. He represents.
Captain EO. Wait, it was
know
a thing
for-
at Disneyland?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There was a Disneyland ride, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know nothing about the movie. I didn't know it was a movie.
It's like you can actually watch the movie on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm cool.
It's like 15, 17 minutes, but it's not like the Captain EO thing. It was it's called a motion ride, but it had like lasers, it had smoke, it was 3D. Like it was dope to me as a kid. So every summer that was something we did. We would go to Disneyland. And I would always make sure we watched Captain EO 2 or 3 times. So Michael Jackson for me represents childhood. This is who my introduction to music is. Like the bad era is kind of like when I can remember listening
Your
to
bud
music.
is mine.
Yeah, all of that. The Moonwalker movie, the Michael Jackson, the Moonwalker video game, like all those
Sega,
things.
I remember that on Sega.
Yes, all those things represent childhood to me. So this represents like a safe place. Michael Jackson, his music, all of that, those things represent like a safe place as a child, like happiness, like a innocence, which he kind of pushed. That was kind of his thing, like childhood innocence, like
I
preserving.
don't know if that's a good thing, according to his accusers.
Well, I mean, they all want money. None of them
Yeah.
asked for him to be in prison, but that's a different conversation. We'll have that probably later.
Yeah.
So watching the movie, watching these moments, those feelings were like abundant while I'm watching it. Like seeing, like, I don't think they revealed much that I probably didn't already know. Like as far as watching the movie, like once you start reading and like seeing all the different stories come up and all that, then you find out more that you didn't know. But just like watching the movie, I didn't see anything. I was like, oh, I've never seen that before.
So surface level.
If that's what you want to call it, I don't call it that. Just like this movie was about, we're highlighting the rise of Michael Jackson.
Got you.
Because as you probably know, the movie stopped in '88. So before all accusations began, or whatever the case may be. So as a fan, if you like Michael Jackson's movie, if you like his music at all, I would recommend you go see it for sure. Even if you don't, even if you just want to know who Michael Jackson was, kind of like seeing the different stuff, like find out about, because Mike was a different. So like once his brother started getting pussy, it was kind of like, yeah, we on something. We on a different type of time. So you see, like,
Was that Jermaine?
All of them were getting pussy. Like we're in the Jackson 5, of course we're getting pussy.
Oh, they all was fucking like that?
Probably, yeah. I mean, some
Jackson
of them,
5.
some of them were having babies with the same women, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's super crazy.
When it's like, between them, they produced what, like 4 kids?
Yes, is it 4 or 5?
In the same
Between-
family,
was it
brother
Jermaine
cousins.
and Tito?
Yeah, Jermaine and Tito, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jermaine and Randy.
Was it Randy? I thought it was Tito.
Randy.
Randy was the one who got ran over for fucking with...
Jackie.
Which one? That was Jackie that got ran over for fucking with Paula.
Fucking with who?
He was fucking with Paula Abdul.
Oh shit!
Was it the victory tour when he missed the first leg or first? Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what people are upset about. Like,
Missing all of that stuff. Well, this wasn't about the Jackson 5. This is
Yeah.
about Michael. So why would we highlight Jackie? Like,
but can you? I think. Can you? I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Finish your review. My bad.
No.
My
So,
bad.
which it's crazy though, because Jafar is one of
He's
those
a product of one.
yes.
Oh Jesus!
It's crazy for him to be the part of
Wait,
that.
you didn't do all this reading and you didn't know that he was a Jackson.
No, I didn't know he was. I just knew because
You haven't read up on all
no,
this movie.
Jermaine and
Randy's.
Jermaine and Randy was fucking on the same fuck. Well, she was with one, and then when they
Oh, you
broke
saying
up,
you knew Jafar was a nephew, but you
I didn't know they was part of the
Okay,
same brother cousins.
Oh.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was saying like it was 5 produced. Whoever Jermaine was no.
Randy was messed with it first.
Randy, she was with Randy first. They broke up. She went to Jermaine, but they both had kids by her.
Randy had 2.
Yeah.
Got you.
Jermaine had 3.
That's insane.
So yeah, stay in the same house. That's crazy.
And Jafar is one of them.
Jafar is one of Jermaine's kids. Yeah. So yeah,
It's Jafar.
Yes, Jafar. So yeah. So
Your Majesty.
that's the Your Majesty is crazy. That's super crazy.
That's a name.
I trust me. I work with kids and I've seen a lot fucking
Jesus.
worse. I've seen a lot worse names on kids. Like some of y'all should be ashamed of
I
y'all.
know, man. I gotta have a conversation with my Mexican homies too, because that time coming around again.
What time?
Single de Mayo?
Graduation, graduation. They say all the names and shit. Mexican kid names be long in the motherfucker. God damn. Guadalupe, Enriquez, Tito.
They for sure be having 4 names.
I'm like, God damn.
And they be long. Yeah, they do.
But shout out. I think they the reason Beacon don't exist no more.
They still have.
I mean,
Beacon.
they don't do the names and shit no more.
They don't. Oh shit.
Because we was there for like
crazy.
6 hours, all them long ass names.
That's crazy. I remember when Behind first started because that shit was right at
It was a
like
victory.
yeah, and it was nowhere near what it is now.
But
I'm
yeah, my
glad
bad.
they
Go
don't do all
ahead.
the names again. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You good? The bad is kind of like I feel like are things that are beyond the movie's control. Like there was a lot that was excluded that you know these things are important to Michael's story, his timeline, but for legal reasons they had to be excluded.
I was actually told they was actually shot. So I
They
wonder
were shot.
if those will ever be seen the light of day.
Maybe
Because they were shot, they just had to be deleted.
They were shot. They had to be everything involving Diana Ross. She was casted. She was shot.
For
It had
reasons
to be
that
excluded.
I didn't know that so much of his music in life was dedicated to her.
I believe
That's
it.
a
What,
nasty.
he was like
She-
in love with her? Or
Yeah.
She took his virginity, from what I can read. Dirty Diana, which I didn't know was about her, is about her. From my understanding, she's the one who got Michael cast in The Wiz, which is where he got introduced to Quincy Jones. So all that music that we love
She
from Michael
lived
Jackson.
with. Wait, they lived together. She lived with. Yeah.
The Jacksons live with Diana.
So she's a huge part of the Michael Jackson
Isn't
story.
she much older than him?
Yes,
So she was like molesting him.
she groomed him. She groomed him.
But I think the most damning part was.
They don't care about
So-
women when women do it.
No, they don't.
I think the most damning part is there was a recording, and they recorded Mike singing, like how down and out he was over her, how much he loved her.
And when he was a kid, he was like 13, 14 when he said that.
Right.
It was, I know I saw something where he was like, like the
So
people
that's
that-
if he was 13 or 14, that's he was.
I think
molested.
when he said that, it's like when he was saying how much he loved her, he was still like.
And I think
a kid.
she alluded to, I don't know if it is exact words, y'all can Google it if y'all want, but she alluded to she didn't know that Mike was going to grow up to become so,
sexy or something like that.
yeah. But
She could have just waited.
this is, okay.
I think she. I think they.
So-
From what I read, they didn't do it till he was 19. So.
This is the part.
Fair, that's fair.
This is the part where I don't know if we actually
That's
want.
disgusting.
I don't. But this is the part though, and this is the thing that is tricky, is that we want to know these stories, but I don't think we want to know these stories.
If she didn't give him none until he was 19, I think it was.
But
fair.
I'm not even just talking about Mike and Diana.
still
Like
did
you
that.
can go on and on and on about the things that probably happened in shit the 90s through the 60s and 50s, and
Shit, some of that shit still going on.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because it was normal. It was it was normal. Didn't nobody look at it as wrong. I don't think people start looking at shit as wrong until R. Kelly pissed on the little girl. Honestly, I don't
could
think
be.
nobody looked at none of
I'm
that
not
shit as
mad at
wrong
that.
until R. Kelly pissed on that little girl.
Yeah, that probably would have been a turning.
But
I came out of that. Yeah.
Yes.
as far as before that, I don't think nobody looked at it like it was nothing wrong with it at all.
I don't think they did not look at it as wrong. It just was what it was, kind of thing. Like this is just how the world turns, I guess, kind of maybe. Until you like look at it from like that shit looks crazy. Like why would he do that to a 15-year-old girl?
But I think when you start talking about biopics, you start getting into these artists, and then when you start looking at 19, because the best stories that we always seem to go to is between like 1960 and 1990, like between there is where most biopics. It's always that timeline, kind of, sort of.
Okay.
Shit was ugly back then, and then you looking at it through 2026 eyes. Yeah.
It wasn't wrong for them though. Like for them, it wasn't wrong. I remember my dad. I was talking to this girl, and I found out she was like 16. I think I was like 19. She was like 16. So I didn't mess with her. But I remember like bringing her to my dad's house, and my dad being like, "What was you doing with that little bitty girl?" And I'm like, "Nigga, my mom was 15 when you met her. You was 20, brother. Like, relax, pimp. Yeah, it was a different time,
Relax, brother. Yeah.
like that's how they felt. Like me and the girl never did nothing or nothing because I was like, oh no, you way too young. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we was only 3 year difference, but it was like, nah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
they
why.
wasn't
You know what?
caring.
You know what I mean? That's why, like, I still live in reality and shit. And when you have these conversations, that's why, like, the conversations we have about the current climate we in right now, they don't move me a little bit. They don't move me. Like, you niggas not serious. Like, even with this story, like, people be talking about who in office and who, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all you niggas live in California. Hollywood is right there. If y'all really wanted to smoke.
And they don't. Because Hollywood is full of it. It's full of it.
But once you put a face on something, it allows all the rest of the fuck shit to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they coined, as nasty as he is, when they coined R. Kelly, he was like the king of pedophilia. Now it allows,
Yeah.
and it seemed like motherfuckers want to act like pedophiles and shit like that automatically goes away because they think that the king of it got locked up.
I mean, I think they only did it for the skin color. I think it was more of a skin
that's a
color
nasty
thing
nigga. He need
than
to
what was
be-
going on.
he should've
Because
But when you make him the face of something, like
Hugh Hefner definitely should have been the face. Easy. Like there's no debate or argument about that. He should have been the face. I'm not only messing with these little girls, but I have their mom. We're all living in the same house. And I'm really waiting to shoot you naked.
Jesus.
Like you're raised in my house.
Jesus.
And as soon as you get of age, I'm finna shoot you naked.
Yeah, so
but your mom was in my first.
Jesus.
Like Hugh Hefner definitely should be the face.
that's what I'm saying. Like when we start getting into these conversations, especially the climate we in, that's why I always be like, people be making it seem like I don't be caring enough, and I'm like, it's really nasty motherfuckers out there. Like if y'all really wanted to smoke, it's right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as like these music ones go,
That's where it get crazy.
And it's,
But
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like it is crazy because the information is also out there about all of, like the nasty people that's in the industry. Like especially like they have whole documentaries on like the Nickelodeon kids, what they went through, and not just the girls, the boys. You know what I mean?
Admittedly, I didn't know.
Nickelodeon, it was mostly the boys. I don't think the girls
it
was
was
going
like
through as much.
almost
It was
all
mostly
the boys.
Yeah, but I didn't know back then. Maybe because I was so young that I didn't know that so much of that shit was like sexual
Yes.
And Nickelodeon.
innuendos.
Logo.
A lot of the because I didn't really listen to a few books on different like Nickelodeon kids and stuff like that. Like a lot of the story, even on YouTube, I done seen a bunch of. A lot of it is like a lot of kids like I'm glad I had both parents. Like I'm glad I had both parents that cared. Like I think Keenan said it. Like I never seen it. Kale said it. Like I didn't experience it because my mom and my dad was there.
Yeah.
But I can't forget the one kid, his mom and dad was beefing. So
Drake
all
Bell?
the stuff that was happening to him was his mom had kind of like kicked his dad out of his life.
Yeah.
So when he started getting molested and all the shit started going on,
His
it
dad
was
wasn't
like
around,
his
yeah.
dad wasn't around. Then when his dad got back around and started finding out, like his dad was heartbroken, and then he turned around and ended up being a pedophile. So
But yeah, I'm with you.
Go
though.
ahead.
Yeah, Ivan. My bad.
Yeah. No, you good.
But I think that Diana Paulson, that's a big piece.
That's a huge
It's a big
piece.
fucking piece.
even if you don't speak on the pedophilia part, it's still a huge part of his story.
She's
But without Diana, you missing the entire the first quarter of.
you're missing a huge part of it. Like she really have kind of because he meet her as a kid and like up until his 20s, 30s maybe, I don't know. Like she's a part of his life.
Cause I think he stayed with Diana, and then when he got a little older, him and LaToya stayed together. Cause
His sister?
yeah, they were actually close. I think Wannabe Starting Something is about her.
I think she's not. No, I think he wrote that for her.
He wrote it for her, right? Based on it was the relationship with the brothers,
Someone got going on with
or
her.
something was going on with her. Where that was about her, and
Yeah,
that was
I did
the
see
one sibling that he was actually close to.
I think he was close to Janet still kind of, but I don't know.
Janet was the baby though.
Him and Janet was close, and him and LaToya. But I think LaToya was the only one I was like the fan because
Until the fallout.
the
Till the
sibling
fallout.
that was made out of wedlock, the one that Joseph extra kid.
She lives here.
The only one who
she
stayed in touch with her was LaToya.
Yeah, she lives here.
Okay.
Yeah. Giovanni
Giovanni or
That's
whatever her
crazy.
name
Yeah, she
is.
lives here.
And she looked just like
They
him.
were here. I think Joseph lived here and Mike lived here.
Joseph at Sunset Park.
I never met him, but I went to like
He used to be
Harry
at that
O's
Smith's
or
on
something like
Sunset
that.
Park. What time is it? Sunset Park.
Yeah, because they live right around the corner.
Yeah, Joseph lived
Oh,
But go ahead. That Diana part was.
here. Diana part, yeah, it's crazy.
that
But
hurt.
again, the footage exists. It's just you probably might not ever see it. From my understanding, the original ending was the police showing up to Neverland Ranch in '93. That was the original ending, but again, that was cut out because for legal reasons they couldn't mention that accuser.
Yeah.
So they had to not only cut it out, but I had to go back and reshoot the ending, which I think they say cost them $2 million.
And that was the ones. Because Weston ended up leaving. He didn't shoot the reshoots.
Who?
Fuqua.
Okay. Yeah, so that's missed. So that people are talking about a lot of the accusations missing, but the movie stopped in '88. But from my understanding, that was the original ending. They don't. Reeby's not in the movie. Randy's not mentioned at all, and Janet is famously not involved in the movie.
Well, I mean, was she alive during that?
Yeah.
Was she alive? Is crazy.
She alive is crazy.
Not was she alive, but was she like?
Control was out like towards like wasn't
Control like 88, ain't it?
Yeah, like the end of the
80s.
80s.
Yeah, so she ain't like. She don't really need to be in it at that point.
But if watching the movie,
She's
it makes
the
it seem like he
sister.
only has one sister.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, in I'm talking about in the. I have a lot of issues about how did they decided to go about the movie, but the one that I really wasn't tripping about is Janet was still like small. She didn't need.
Not necessarily.
Now the second movie, if there's a second movie, then yeah, she would probably be. She would probably, but she didn't need.
Janet
she
was grown in the 80s, and then when it's a thing on YouTube going around now, when all the Jacksons is introduced on a TV show, and Janet is like the youngest one, she's like, "Don't forget about me." And when she walk on the stage and stuff,
She was on Good Times in the 70s.
Yeah, but this is a Michael movie. She wasn't needed until she became a big fixture.
I agree, but like they just
Not in the timeline of the
When you
movie.
watch the movie, it makes it seem like she doesn't exist.
it makes it seem like Reby is the only sister, and she's featured a lot. Anytime they show the family, they show Latoya. I'm sorry, so like they don't mention Reby at all. Janet's not mentioned at all. Even when they talked about the Jackson 5, they never mentioned that. Okay, well Jermaine's gone, so we're replacing him with Randy. Like those people weren't mentioned at all. So it's like, damn, that's crazy to see that. So these are the places where the movie kind of fell short to me. I saw somebody say that this movie was an apology for Michael, which I don't necessarily agree or disagree. For me, this was an apology for Joseph. To me, and I probably am the only person in the world that feel this way, right? But watching, because the other version of Joseph we seen was the the Lawrence Hilton version, and he was vicious. He really was just whooping their ass all the time. They showed Joseph whipping Michael, but it wasn't as vicious. But not only that, to me, watching the movie, Joseph was all about his family. Whether you agree with his methods or not, everything he did seemed to me, from the way they showed it, was I'm trying to do what's best for my family. Now Mike became a superstar, Janet became a superstar, but for me, from Joseph as a father, I'm trying to make sure all of my kids are good. I think that's the part that I kind of took away from it, was like, everybody's mad at him for his relationship with Michael and how he treated Michael and things of that nature. But I'm looking at it like, as a father, Mike's gonna be good regardless. Janet's gonna be good regardless. Jermaine's probably gonna be good because he's tied in with Berry Gordy. I have to worry about the rest of everybody else. Like I have to do what I'm trying to do. What I need to do as a father to make sure all the other kids who aren't super talented or super famous are gonna be okay. So to me, that was an apology.
and we
to
talking about
Joseph.
a black man that was born in like the 30s.
Yes.
Damn,
Nigga,
Fly, you see y'all won.
I work in a steel mill. Like, nigga, I'm trying to do whatever it takes to not go back to working in a fucking steel mill. So if I got a prize horse, I'm gonna try to ride him to make sure the whole stable is good.
Yeah, I think that's again. I think that's what's so tricky about looking at things through like a 2026 lens, right?
Yeah.
Because the methods of parenting are so different.
Agreed.
So what can be, to some OGs out there, that could be looked at as normal parenting.
Yes.
But for people these days, he could be looked at as just an absolute monster. Like there were times where I remember when I'm in church, and shit, one of the grandmas could be like, "Go get me a switch." There wouldn't be a fucking flinch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stitching cord.
Absolutely. Well, stitch cord in church is crazy. Where are you gonna find one?
No, I'm just saying, like, things that you could get hit with. Like, I whooped his ass with a stitching cord. I remember vividly hearing these conversations. You say that shit today?
I mean, we talking about a black again. This man was born in like 1930.
That's what I'm saying. But
I'm born in the worst time to be a black man. Period.
I'm not saying I can't.
Well, slavery might want to have a word with you. Slavery might want to word with you, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Slavery is different, man.
So this is how I feel. I feel like
Slave parents didn't get to raise their kids.
as a father, Joe gets, as a father, Joe gets the damnation that Ike did when What's Love Got to Do With It dropped.
I went on TV talk about he ain't nothing wrong with beating a bitch. So,
But I'm saying what I'm saying is what Ike did was completely wrong. But there are times in that movie where he's a composite of other men,
yeah.
and to get all of that stayed with him for a while. It's still people who
till he died. Yeah.
So I think Joe's style of parenting back then,
was normal.
but people look at him like he's a complete monster because
I think he gets a bad rap because of Michael's personality. Because you see Mike hold on to this child like Innocence for until the day he died. Really, like seeing somebody in that state and realizing that you whooped him until he didn't want to grow up at all. So I think it's more so the psychological damage that you can see was done.
There were a lot of different factors that played into how Joe was perceived outside of just the abuse allegations. Like, you have to remember, LaToya was going on a whole run talking about how he was molesting Rebe and
she
her.
came back. That was because of her husband, the one that she was getting beat on by. Because she was going at it with all the family.
I'm saying it's still there's a whole lot of different things that came into what built his persona and why people looked at him that way.
No, she did. She walked that back because she made the book. She made a book and she was alluding to a lot.
She actually said, she didn't allude. She said that her mom knew about it.
Yeah.
That like it was a whole thing. So I mean, there's always a little truth in a lie. I don't know if she was, she walked it back because she needed financial support from her family after her and her husband, didn't work out. But there's a lot that went into outside of the abuse. There was a lot that played into why they looked at him like a monster.
Well, Joe was one in the 50s? When was he born?
The 30s.
30 probably.
I don't want no little bitch.
That's what I keep
As
saying.
a son, I'm
Man
so
was born in
like
the
I'm
30s.
no, I'm like, and I'm not even talking about the voice because that's a Jehovah's Witness thing. They all talk like that. Mm-hmm. They all talk with the soft.
Your family don't talk like that.
My grandma did talk like that.
But your uncles?
No, but my grandma did.
We talking about the men.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
The soft voice, that is a Jehovah's Witness thing. My grandma talked like that up to the day she died. My grandma talks like that. My aunt talks like that. The men know, but when you go to like a Jehovah's Witness sermon, right?
Okay.
Very soft spoken. It's not the preaching that we know of, right?
Okay.
They talk, it's almost like, and the Lord said.
Oh, it's calm in there.
Yeah, it's like that, right?
Oh, okay.
So the voice that Michael makes, Teddy Riley did when we met him. I immediately knew, like,
and he don't talk like that on.
I
15 of this nigga interviews.
He sounds like he's from New York when he's really talking. Yeah. But when we met him, it was, hi, it was that real. And so I immediately, I know what that voice is because I have a whole side of the family that are Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah. I know what that sounds like. So I'm not even talking about the voice. I'm just talking about when you look at it, the other brothers, and then you looking at Mike, Joe Biden was, I don't want no bitch. This nigga acting like a little bitch. And I'm sorry if that sounds crude on this on the pod, but you got men out there that do that today.
That's right.
Or if you or women as well. If you got a son that you perceived as soft or a little feminine, or they don't like to do boys things,
especially when you ain't
try to beat that shit out of them. That still happens today.
That's
that does not work though. Beating it out of them is crazy.
I mean, I don't know. Who's to say what?
I'm not a man, so I don't know.
I think in that time period, that's what it was. Like, my grandfather was born 1919. My dad didn't get the best. Like, that nigga wasn't around here. Like, he like, nigga, I didn't know how to read. You finna go to school because I ain't know how to read. So I'm finna teach you. You finna go learn how to read because you got to read some shit to me. I don't know how to read. Like, I'm finna beat your ass into getting smart. Like,
bro, man, hard times create harder people. It's just what it is.
If you ain't never got one of them whoopings, man, it's hard to comment. I feel like a lot of people be commenting never got one of them whoopings.
Boy. But that's the
I ain't
thing
never got
though.
one. Shout out to my granddaddy for
Now,
my dad.
my dad's whoopings put fear in me. Like, I hated getting whoopings from my dad, but I could count on my hand how many times my dad whooped me. But I was getting hit with everything when it came to my grandma. Whatever the fuck she could pick up is what I'm getting hit with. My mom let me slide, just don't get disrespectful.
Shit.
I knew there's only so far I'm gonna go with my mama. Cause my mama had hands. And it only took me one time when, you boop boop. I ain't know mom could get off like that. I ain't know moms could get off like that. So she got respect out of me. Shit, I was perceived as a fighter back then too. So, but as far as like my grandma, I'm getting hit with everything.
Yeah.
And you getting hit in the balls and everything if you don't move. Because the switch to ass combo didn't come with aim.
Did not.
So if you move, you getting hit where you get hit at. I'm aiming for the ass, but if you move, it's on you.
As long as it make contact.
Allegedly.
As long as it make contact. As long as it don't hit you in the face. Anywhere else is fair game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Shout out, man. Look, it's just like I said, man. That's why I kind of hate times like this because we can't look at things in the time period they're in.
Yeah.
We always looking at shit through the lens of where we at now.
Yep. I can't say that's 100% accurate though because when the Jackson's American Dream came out, he was still looked at. Those beats were still looked at the same way, and in the 90s, you were still getting your ass whooped.
Yeah.
In the 90s, trust me, you were.
So
still,
would you say like online is the only place where we could go to act like we're 100% moral?
Absolutely. My son said it yesterday. On the internet, you can be whoever you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be. You can be as moral as you want to, as immoral as you want to. You can be whoever you want to be. My son's 22 and he recognizes that already. Like, you can be whoever you want to be on the internet. So
But I don't think it's our eyes that is perceiving Joe as this monster. What? I don't think it was our. I think it was the white folks seeing it. Right? Michael Jackson was loved by a whole bunch of other ethnics and other groups outside of us. So when you see American Dream and all these other movies, like for them people, they don't know what that looked like.
We abandoned Mike.
We abandoned Mike on some. We think he fucking kids.
Y'all abandoned Mike.
I think black people abandoned Mike. We was like, oh, he fucking with kids.
I think the white folks abandoned Mike because they thought he was fucking kids. We abandoned Mike a long time ago.
Or did Mike abandon us?
No, I think Mike was still.
Mike abandoned me.
Mike was with the shits, man.
I think Mike was always solid with black people stuff. So I don't think black people abandoned Mike. I don't think that. Now, could they afford the tickets to go see Mike? Maybe not.
The concert tickets was $30.
Well, that was because of the hustle.
In that time, and they said that shit was
hustle.
expensive as hell.
That was the hustle. That was the hustle.
Okay,
though.
that's $120.
Mike gave all
Chris
the money
Brown
back.
is charging $700, and niggas is deciding whether
That
they paying their rent this month.
That was $120 back in the time
Nigga, the
when
inflation
niggas
ain't
wasn't
that
even
fucking.
making
Inflation
$2
ain't that
an hour.
crazy. You niggas not gonna talk to me like inflation is that crazy. Well, $120.
Inflation is that crazy.
It is.
$120 in the 80s is $700 in the 26s. We not doing that.
Well, actually, they said it's like $2,000 in 2026.
That's $120. That's $120.
We talking about in a time where niggas wasn't even making $2 an hour.
Who wasn't making $2 an hour?
Rip was like
a lot of them
$500.
people are
Rip was
slaves.
like $500 during that time.
Yeah, if you weren't making $2 an hour, there's a problem.
My first job, I made $8. I made $8, I think.
Shit,
My first.
I made $5.25 at my
So
first
what are we
job.
talking about? Your first job, you made $5.25.
I was working at.
What do you think a nigga in the 70s was
I was
making?
working at Wet n Wild. I wasn't doing no hard work. I was taking out trash and taking naps on the clock. I wasn't killing myself at fucking Wet n Wild.
Niggas was working at steel mills, broke. And they was killing themselves.
Guess what? Would have been still around this motherfucker. Because who?
My uncle right now is damn near blind, working in the power plant we had in Vegas that everybody talk about.
Guess what? Get you some cameras, bitch. Because who? Who going blind? Shit.
But go ahead.
Shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was kind of it for me. Like, or no. As far as Joe goes, though, it was interesting to see how intimidating he was. Not to just Michael, but to everybody. Like you would think this nigga was the real life boogeyman. The way people were legitimately scared of Joe. I've never seen Joe in person, but like the way he's intimidating, you would think he's 6'4",
Joe like
250.
He's like brown. Feels like my color.
You
Ain't
think
none of them
you think
dark.
he's 6'4",
I mean, ain't
6'5",
none of them,
250. Like
like
you think
light
he's
skin.
built like LeBron the way niggas are.
Yeah.
Like legitimately scared of Joe. Like again, not just Michael, but everybody. I read earlier this morning that the kids were not allowed to call him dad.
Except for Giovanni.
Only the outside child.
Except for her.
I get that though.
The kids
That's
were
a
not.
business thing.
What?
They had to
So
call him
your
Joseph.
outside baby can call you dad?
I think they weren't. She's not part of the brand.
She not of the industry. He was a manager.
I get
Everybody
it.
else was fine.
Rebe not though. Why I can't call you daddy? I can't sing
She
shit.
had a minor career.
Where? Who? Where?
She did. She actually released another song in like 2000.
Yeah, Rebe had a career, bro.
Come on, man. What is we doing?
She tried.
All of them did.
I don't know. It says that Rebe was actually very talented. What the problem with Rebe was she didn't like fame. That was her thing. So she backed away from it all. She didn't like it.
That sound about right. I've seen artists do that.
But she was like, they were saying like she was in the theater and all that shit. Like she was actually, but she didn't like the fame part, so she stepped back.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah. Other than that, I think that's my review.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't go seek to go see it again, but if somebody invited me and paid, I would go see it again.
Yeah.
But again, I'm the ultimate Michael Jackson fan. I recommend it for anybody.
Yeah.
It's just those. If you're looking for certain things, you're not gonna find them. This is a safe movie. But I also read that the movie that they turned in was 4 hours, and it was chopped down to 2.
Yeah, I think this would have been great as like a. I know we had the discussion before, but I think this would have been great as like a Netflix 10-part series, like on some narco shit. You know what I'm saying? A 2-hour movie.
It depends though, because if you the things that
It should have been a
make it
4-hour
great.
movie. Malcolm X was like 3.5 hours. If Malcolm X get a long ass movie, give Mike a long ass movie.
Yeah.
Titanic is
That
long
was
as shit
before,
for no
but that
reason.
was before like motherfuckers could go home and watch this shit laying down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you got to adjust with the times, and that's why I don't think biopics should be a thing anymore.
I don't think you have to do that when you got icons like a Michael Jackson. Like, I don't give a fuck the movie was 12 hours. Niggas was finna go watch it.
Niggas was gonna go
Because
watch
it's Michael Jackson.
Well, yes, Michael, but I'm saying, but getting there is one thing, right? Getting there is one thing. People respecting the product is another, and I think that for those who really want to see Michael as Michael, like a 10 to 12 part series would have been better than just you trying to because I'm looking at it. I look it through the lens of like it didn't made so much fucking money. Like it has to be. They say the Freddie Mercury biopic is the #1 biopic ever. It's like 900 million or something.
Mike on his ass already. Mike did
Mike
450, I think.
Mike is there in like
In 2 weekends, he did 450.
he's like 500 million already.
So
And it's
he
been he's finna blow fast that, right? So there has to be a sequel. But the I think the issue that I have is what the fuck you gonna do? Go back? Because there is so much that you skipped between the start of the movie and the end of the movie. Like, what you gonna make a 2.1 or 1.2? Like,
No, you can
Like
but
a prequel?
The story
You can
ends
start
in
from
88.
88.
There's still so much of Michael's story you can tell from 88 until 2009.
yeah, but there's so much you skipped, like important shit that you skipped.
That's where I would agree where a Netflix series or something like that would be probably better because you can flesh out some more of these ideas. It's a lot you have to skip to condense in Michael's life.
Yeah.
You know, to cover in 2 hours. Like to me, the dopest parts of the movie. I don't want to give anything away, but like seeing him do,
You can't spoil Michael Jackson. We know
seeing
that.
seeing certain like seeing the creation, like seeing him create his art in certain for different songs or whatever the case may be, or different concepts. Like those were the dopest parts of the movie to me.
But there
like,
wasn't a lot in there though.
It wasn't a lot, but the parts where it was like, okay, we're seeing Mike create his art. Those were the dopest parts of the movie to me. So with the 10-part series or whatever, you could flesh out some more of those ideas. You could see more of those moments where like, okay, he's creating the art that made
Because
him great.
I still don't know. I still don't know how he went from Starlight to Thriller. So the original album and song was called Starlight. The Starlight was recorded. So instead of him saying Thriller, he said Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I still don't know how he went from Starlight to Thriller as not just an album, but the concept itself. And there were so many things that went during that Thriller period that you just kind of like.
It's a lot. I read he did like they went through 800 songs to get those 9.
You know what I'm saying?
I can appreciate that.
Him and Quincy's
800 songs is a lot of songs to listen to.
Him and Quincy's relationship, like, you know, like Quincy seen him as Quincy looked at him like a
Son.
Yeah, like a teacher student. Mm-hmm. But Mike was looking at him like you just a collaborator. So they were that clash, because it was over after Bad. Like I don't even think Quincy was in the studio like that after Bad.
No, but I mean after Bad it was dangerous. It's a new sound. So he's with Teddy Riley at that point. But I mean we worked.
Yeah, but Quincy not returning turned into what but there was a clash there that I don't think people like. We didn't, you know, that tension. Just for plot purposes.
So maybe you get that in part 2 because, like I said, the movie ends with Bad, like the song.
But you don't. This is where the estates get tricky. So there could be. This is when, you know, we was having this conversation, right? Well, Quincy's no longer here. It's his estate,
right?
Mm-hmm. I don't want you to show me like that,
and they might not.
I only want to be in the. You should show me as a creative. I don't want you to show me like that. That's why.
That's why I think a lot of that.
It says Starlight was the original demo for Thriller, written by Rod Temperton, GOAT, with a light disco theme, sounds focused on dancing under the stars. Producers decided the album needed a more edgy theme to match Michael Jackson's evolving, mysterious persona, prompting Temperton to rewrite the lyrics, add the iconic bass line, and change the title of Thriller. That nigga's a GOAT. That's also part of the Quincy-Michael relationship, because honestly, it was Michael, Quincy, and Rod Temperton.
Somebody else who should have been cast. You heard his name, but he wasn't cast. He wasn't a part of the actual movie. That's something else you missed on. But as far as like, if you're doing biopics, who else deserves a biopic but Mike? Like we've seen him on small screen twice. Like you don't. If we're in the era where we're doing biopics, why would you not? I
think it's not the biopic. It's Mike is known to be a perfectionist and a creative genius. To strip all that away just so you can see performances that I can Google and I can YouTube.
But I think you should get from 88 to 2009. You should get more of Mike. Because I am completely away from my family. That Victory Tour is over. All that shit is over. All the Jackson shit, all that shit is over. Yeah. Now you're going to get to meet Michael Jackson, the nigga that's creating all the newer music. You get the Dangerous Mike. So I think the part 2 would be a better part because you're going to get Michael.
Yeah, and he's not as active musically. After 88, you get Dangerous, you get History, and you get Invincible. Yeah, but the time difference in between those is a lot longer than his 80s run. You know,
and then but
he was working
like
on
again. I go back to the Skinny. I go back to like the Motown 25, right? Michael did the moonwalk. Michael did late 80s moonwalk at Motown 25, right? You could also got into how much it was real tension back then. Like we also got to remember. I read Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye was hot. Because he had to come on right after. Yeah. I read Marvin Gaye's book. That nigga was mad. He didn't even want. They had to beg him to go on stage. Literally, they had to beg him on stage, and Marvin Gaye already had stage fright.
By that time, he wasn't performing like that.
So yeah, and he was heavy on drugs. Like this was just like low key like comeback. So to go on stage after Michael Jackson, you already got stage fright. You see what Michael Jackson just did. Nigga, I'm not going out there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, which makes
That's
perfect
crazy.
sense. He should have been nervous.
So I mean, it's so many things that they just.
I mean, well, like I'm saying, we for the most part, right? We seen the American Dream, that movie, right? So we know this movie, right? We know this movie.
That was more like the psychological aspect of Mike.
They paid more attention to the family in that one than this.
Don't say the Jackson was
This
about
still-
the
this is-
whole
this is
family.
still about the family. This is still the
Jackson
family.
Dream. This was just Michael. The other
From-
niggas was background characters. It's
That's
disrespectful
it.
how
Yeah.
that mentioned in this movie.
Fly, you got to put on a mic, man.
You watched it? Oh, see, so I don't know. Even still, so I think when you go to the next part of his life, like I listened to the Telly Riley book. When he speak on his experience of creating that album with Mike, and as much what Mike put into it, like tell him like, bro, you can't leave. You're living here.
When you talk about if we go into part 2, I'm sorry. This is how I feel. Truly,
Okay.
this music is 30 years too early.
What you mean?
Dangerous.
You mean the movie?
Yes.
Or the movie.
There is too many people alive for this Mike movie to go anywhere because there's too many people involved. There's too many people involved with Mike's story in his life that are still alive. Nigga, no.
Don't you want to hear why they still
Yeah,
alive?
why wouldn't you want to hear why they still alive?
That's not this
They're
simple.
not going to allow it. I think
It's
it's what
not
he's
that
saying,
simple.
too.
They're not
gonna
going-
allow
no.
it. But
They're
even
not
if
allowing
they-
shit in the first one.
Even if they die off, like you know, Diana Ross's her estate when she passes, they're
Well,
not going to
super
allow
hard,
her
yeah.
to.
It might
to be looked at as a woman that groomed a child.
Yeah,
Like,
but what I'm saying
It
is
might be worse
it-
when she died, cause like I might still have some feelings for Mike. I might still be okay with some of this shit. When the people that take over when I die, they don't have no
They're not
attachment to
gonna
Mike.
be okay
they like,
with it.
fuck
But
no.
it
Yeah.
might be
That's my
you
mom.
might
That's
be
my
a
grandma.
little, but
Yeah.
you might be a little more similar to when the matriarch of the family passed away, right? And you end up selling the house. You never know until this person ain't here no more. Throw some money in their face, you might have a different conversation. While these people are alive, it's too many. It might be a little too hard right now. You're dealing with a bunch of. I think dealing with a person alive and dealing with their estate are two different things. Now,
So you saying part 2 should wait like Star Wars waited to start?
I think it would be much easier when everybody's dead.
Nigga will be dead.
Because first of all, there won't be they can't get into the molestation shit, the charges, because legally they can't. It was the reason why they had to cut out so much of it in the first. Legally they can't, so that takes out that.
Like I said.
So what you gonna do? Just record a bunch of more performances?
For me, I don't care about that, but I would want to see the creation. Like I would want to see more of the creation. Like even most movies with music artists or about music that I like the creation of the music.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So I would want to see more of that. I don't care about the bullshit, honestly. I would want to see more of the creation of Mike actually creating. Like me hearing different stories now about I wasn't a Michael Jackson fan. So me learning of Michael Jackson writing certain stuff and doing I didn't know none of that. I thought it was just handed to this nigga and he was just singing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I knew as far as recording that he wanted his stuff to sound a certain way, that he would do hella takes and all that type of stuff. Like I knew that part of it. But I would want to see how he created these songs and the black and white and all the. I want to see the creation of how it happened. So I think that's why I would want to see a part 2.
Well, it's gonna be a part
Because
2.
everything
It's just
before,
what you
yeah, everything before the '80s, I
do
don't
with
care
it.
about.
what they're going to be able to do with it. But it's gonna be a part 2.
Well,
That's
that's
the thing. Mike is just so fucking. What Mike means to our community in so many different ways. It's gonna be hard. You know what I mean? Like Mike was the first. Mike was the first one to really introduce plastic surgery to the black community. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about family and family dynamics, Mike's family is there's a lot you know, a lot of people felt like Mike was self-hatred. I think there was a lot of things that you could have went with this movie instead of it being a superficial. But I also understand that people do miss Mike. People do. Like, I don't think I said it last week, and I said it to y'all before. Like, I think Mike might be the only one where he's really underrated in terms of how popular he was.
I think that's why. I think I like more of what's going on with Mike right now is the new generation part of it.
You think they fuck with Mike like that?
Oh, the babies?
Yeah,
For
because
sure.
you
The
getting more
kids?
people that speaking on like, no, he really did have Villalago, and that you said?
Yeah.
He really did have
That's why he started wearing the
Villalago.
glove.
So you getting more people talk about like all these different things that our generation was killing them for, being like, nah, it's respected. Like that's what he should have been doing, and I like that. I feel like Mike is getting more praise. Like we appreciate what you did
Like
for
back
music.
then, we didn't know that he had all of the
We
music
was-
catalog and all that. We didn't know his business acumen and all that. We just know that he was wacko jacko. That's
And
the only
Did
image
they
that we
talk
had.
about
of
that
him.
at all?
Hell no.
Like
The music
buying
catalog?
the-
No.
no.
But the cold part of that I did not know of is he skipped over. So when you say Mike bought
That's
the
not
Sony catalog, right?
That's not true. That's not true.
No.
I know what you about to say, but go ahead and say it.
No.
That's
I'm
not true.
saying when he bought the catalog. No, it was way more music than that. Mike was
Yeah.
very popular. The Beatles catalog might just be the most popular music he owned. But what I'm saying is when it came to Sony, he was dealing with Sony in Japan, the mothership. So he skipped over Sony here. That's why.
He owned Happy Birthday.
That's why niggas wasn't fucking with
owned
him.
musical
He
rights to
skipped
Happy
over.
Birthday, like-
He skipped
Oh,
over
that's
Sony in the United States and went to the mothership in Japan. So he jumped over a whole bunch of people and started dealing with, like he had to fly out there and sign it himself. And you way too powerful then. And to know how much that catalog was worth, and then they get it back when he dies.
And he only
In
got
fucking
sold
sense.
half.
That's crazy.
He only sold half for 600.
That's in fucking insane. He
That's
owned
crazy.
so much music.
He did. And it was that's something I wish they kind of would have highlighted, like him.
So was Mike the first black billionaire in the music industry?
He had
For
$1
real?
billion assets just with that. So he owned
It wasn't
Eminem's
liquid, though.
musical catalog.
They say he was like borrow against the value, but he didn't.
That's
it
what
wasn't
most-
like
that's
it
what
wasn't
white
like
people do.
Yeah, it wasn't like liquid though. He didn't have like that money.
Most millionaires and billionaires don't have it in liquid.
right.
But I think, and I think, that whole rumor about Mike undercutting Paul McCartney was like on some, that was like some COINTELPRO shit.
No, because
Like he had the opportunity to buy it, and he fucking
He got outbid. Mike outbid him.
he didn't even. They didn't.
was going cheapo. He was going out cheapo.
From what I understand of the story, Paul, he contacted not only Paul and Yuko and asked them, "Are y'all bidding on it?" And they said no. So he gave y'all had the
Paul said
opportunity.
he don't want to pay for something that he already did.
No, Paul only wanted the Beatles catalog. He didn't care for the entire ATV catalog. He just wanted to own the Beatles stuff. So he didn't want to pay the price to own the entire catalog. And so he asked Paul, from my understanding, he asked Paul, "Are you bidding on it?" He asked Yoko, "Are you bidding on it? Or are y'all bidding on it together?" And they declined. So now, okay, well, fuck it. And then once I own it, because you put me on, you feel like I should sell you the Beatle catalog by
Absolutely
itself,
not.
which is where the tension comes in. There, like no.
Absolutely.
I
not.
I own all this, and was the story. Another story I found out during the process is that once I own this catalog, I see Little Richard's in here. I give Little Richard back his catalog, so he no longer has to tour to make ends meet. I get it was Little Richard and what Sly Stone.
Sly Stone and somebody else famous black. But yeah, he was.
He just said
He
that.
said he required.
Shout out to the black people.
So for $47.5 million, he acquired the rights to over 250 Beatles songs, plus hits by Elvis Presley, Little Richard, and others. He later merged this with Sony to create the Sony/ATV
ATV
music
publishing,
publishing
yeah.
catalog, which held over 1 million copyrights and was valued at over $1 billion by 2009.
So he gets Beyonce music. He gets
Eminem.
Eminem music. He gets a bunch of other artists' music when he do that.
Jesus.
So it says by 2005, his share of the catalog was rumored to be worth. Wait, so ATV catalog 1985, Jackson acquired ATV music which included songs by the Beatles, Rolling Stones, and more. 1995, Jackson sold 50% of his catalog to Sony for $95 million, creating the Sony ATV Music Publishing joint venture. By 2005, his share of the catalog was rumored to be worth billions, with 2007 estimates valuing his 50% stake at roughly $390 million. In 2016, Sony purchased the remaining 50% stake from Jackson's estate for $750 million. In 2024, reports indicated Sony completed a deal for half of the estate's publishing and master recordings at a valuation of over $2.5 billion.
That's crazy.
And from my understanding, Mike was hardcore against selling his stake.
And My Jack, Sony also. So the master recordings. So Sony also that in that deal it was also included Michael's publishing and master recordings, including the My Jack catalog. The My Jack catalog is Jackson owned his own publishing company, My Jack Music, which included his own songs and classics by Ray Charles, Sly and the Family Stone, and Curtis Mayfield. Mm. At his peak, Jackson was the most significant music publisher in the world, holding the rights to a massive library of songs.
That's crazy.
And they just gave it all. Well, not gave it away, but it was like a very.
But when you gone,
yeah,
$750 million, I put in your face.
Especially when your estate is $500 million in the hole. Like from my understanding now, it's valued at like
$600 million.
No, more than that. What I read was like it's
you give me $750 million, and now that catalog is worth $1.2 billion. Jesus.
But the estate was in the hole.
They Gucci man them people. Like nigga, yeah, y'all $500 million in the hole. Here go a little lifeline.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I said 30. I think this movie is like 30 years too early. Wait till these niggas die off. If you want a good movie, the rules may change.
Jermaine ain't gonna get to enjoy the riches if that's the case.
And the people who care about Mike might not be here to give a fuck in 30 years.
Shit, I think the people
his
that
kids.
I think his kids and Janet.
And Janet ain't gonna be here in 30 years, nigga.
She's in her 50s,
60s.
Janet
old.
I'm saying I think those are the ones that truly care about Mike.
Paris get the enjoy.
His mama,
and Janet is one of the few that don't need none of them niggas to survive.
No, she had
that baby.
She had that baby. She
I forgot about the Crown Prince or some shit, right?
Yeah, she had one of them. Yeah,
she on tour just to be touring because she don't need that.
Just to not sit at home and not do nothing.
What they did to that bloodline is
dang. She had a baby like in her 50s, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, what they did to that bloodline, man, that's self-hatred at its finest. I don't even think there's any more black blood in it.
It is.
It's black blood in it.
Where?
Reeby's kids is black. Jermaine's first sets is black. Like Jermaine Jr. He was in American Dream. He black. He like the only one of them.
He played Jermaine, right?
Yeah, he played Jermaine.
I think the 3 T's, they got black wives.
But
that would be shocking. But they not black.
They have.
They not
they mixed,
full.
but they went and got black wives, so they putting it back in there.
Do y'all
we don't know what Randy and Marlon doing.
Speaking of Mike, do y'all feel like
2 of Randy's we know?
Speaking of Mike, like because there's so much like just music produced on a mass level, do y'all feel like we'll ever get? Is there any new artists out there that y'all feel like has any like real staying power?
Taylor seems to be Rihanna, Beyonce seem to have real
staying power.
Why do we keep saying Rihanna? Rihanna ain't did shit since her first pregnancy. Before her first pregnancy.
I think if Rihanna drops an album right now,
15 shit.
I wholeheartedly feel like Rihanna is who we think Beyonce is. She just doesn't have to be active.
I think if Rihanna drops an album right now, the world shuts down.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because she ain't dropped the album or nothing. Shit,
2013.
ASAP just dropped the album and that shit did crazy numbers because of her. So I'm quite sure.
No, that ASAP did numbers because of Drake.
Rihanna is who we try to give Lauryn Hill credit to be.
No, that's 2 different things. Hell, you just turn a 20-yard field goal into an 80.
I can live off of music that's been 10 years old. I'm an actual billionaire off of an album that dropped. I was 10, 11 years
Yeah,
old.
nah, you can't do that.
Who's a
She's
billionaire?
living off Fenty.
Rihanna's,
Yeah,
Yes,
she has.
Fenty.
How do I get to be that
businesswoman.
artist though? How do I get to be that brand though?
Do we not going? We gonna act like she didn't have a machine behind her?
Okay, so if Lauryn Hill's music is what we think it is, why she ain't a billionaire?
Music and brand are two different things.
So why
we keep doing?
Why if her album's that good, why isn't she the brand that Rihanna is?
She
Because
don't
she's
have
not
the
a
looks,
businesswoman,
and she not
and
light
she
skinned.
don't- she also
with green
don't-
eyes.
Light skin with green eyes.
If we want to go there,
Let me go pee since y'all gonna have this.
What are we
this
talking
redundant
That
argument.
sounds
I
crazy.
don't even know how he equated the two.
I'm just saying she more marketable. Rihanna's more marketable than this nappy headed dreadhead girl.
We don't act like Ponder Replay wasn't around. Like Ponder, she was real. From my understanding of somebody who was supposedly.
They want to get on the internet.
No.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
No. From my understanding of somebody who was around at the time, I'm not gonna say who, but somebody who was around at the time. They were trying to hurry up and get Rihanna's her first 3 albums out of. They didn't really have
They didn't
belief
believe her. Yeah,
in the first 3 albums. We were trying to hurry up and
they
get her
had more
first 3
belief in
albums.
Tierra Marie than Rihanna.
Wait,
at the
what do you
time.
mean?
I think everybody thought Tierra Marie was gonna be bigger than Rihanna.
And I don't think
I did.
Is there any boys around?
Yeah, I definitely thought it.
And I
You
was
saying
like,
that
my
shit because
shit.
she from Detroit. She stinks.
But
No,
at the
but that was
time
a
we
good
didn't know
song. At the time when it came
We
out,
did.
that. No.
Nivea had more hits than Tierra Marie did.
In hindsight, but at the time, the marketing behind Tierra Marie was crazy.
She was the princess of the rock.
Yeah,
So
she was supposed to
was
be
Emil. Well, how we see how that worked out.
So was a meal.
We saw how that worked out. We don't believe you. Y'all tried this once
She
before.
folding shirts somewhere.
Y'all tried this before.
no, but during that time when Tierra Marie came out, like between those 2 artists, I know for a fact I thought that Tierra Marie was gonna be the one that was gonna go. Cause like you said, but Ponder Replay, I'm like, okay, well that's cute.
Get her
Let's
outta here.
Get her
Tell me
out of
she's
here.
out here.
Like I wasn't interested at all.
Yes, the treatment that y'all trying to give Mariah Carey at the beginning of the episode, that was.
I mean,
That
Lauren
was Rihanna.
I think Lauren just didn't stay active.
When Rihanna first dropped, bro, she put out a single that was similar to where she's from. That is the kind of music that they play out there. She is from Barbados.
Okay.
Yes.
And then right after that, Umbrella. There was no looking back.
Umbrella wasn't the second album, was it?
Umbrella was the second single. Her second
think so.
single.
I think
That was not her second single.
I don't know if it was her second single, but
Yeah,
I think
I
it was
don't
the
know.
next
But you-
album.
I think it was the next album.
What was the second single? Or was it S&M?
I don't think that was the second single because when Umbrella came out, that's when Jay-Z started to take over Def Jam, I believe.
No, he was already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know he was already there, but he wasn't the president and stuff. Like him and LL Cool J wasn't beefing yet.
If it's loving
Was
that
they?
you want.
A song we don't even remember.
Come on, man. Get her out of here. Hurry up.
But they rebranded. Like they made her more of like a pop
Yeah,
sensation.
they took her from the island and brought her
It
on
wasn't-
over to the
Okay,
island.
so if it's loving that you want, I'm not sure of that one. Then she comes back with SOS, Unfaithful, We Ride, Break It Off, Umbrella,
No more of that island shit.
Shut Up and Drive.
Up until Umbrella, a lot of that shit was
Hold on.
snoozers.
Don't do that to Unfaithful.
Hold on, let's do this.
I
Hold on.
fuck with Unfaithful.
Hold on. See,
It's not the way you're not gonna hear it nowhere.
Let me throw him off. Let me
Don't
throw him
this
off.
nigga's talking to me.
Hold on.
Man, me, niggas
So
talking
she
to
go
me.
ponder replay. If it's loving that you want. Then she goes SOS, Unfaithful, We Ride, Break It Off, Umbrella, Shut Up and Drive, Hate That I Love You, Don't Stop the Music, Take a Bow, Disturbia,
Hits.
Rehab, Russian
Got
Roulette,
very
Hard.
poppy, very popish.
It
There
got
was a
poppy in
rebrand.
SOS.
There was
And
a
then
rebrand
she goes, and then
during
she
that.
got Wait Your Turn. Then she goes Rude Boy, Te Amo, Rockstar One on
Te
One,
Amo was crazy.
Only Girl in the World, What's My Name, Raining Men, S&M, California King Bed, Man Down, Cheers, Drink to That, We Found Love, You the One, Talk That Talk. Then it goes.
Yeah, it gets
How much
kinda
is
weird.
that from Aunt? How much is that from Auntie?
I don't know, but god damn.
We started this comparing it to Lauren.
They all like they all over 5 times.
Can't name more than 3 Lauren songs. So.
Only Girl in the World is 14
can't.
times platinum.
If Lauren musically was who
That's
who
not
thought
that,
she
you
was,
talk,
she would be a
Rihanna
brand.
has a brand. Lauren is fucking soul music. It's two different. You turning a 20-yard field goal into a fucking 80.
I think
You
if Lauren,
moving the goalposts.
but if Lauren would have created a brand, if Lauren would have gave a
That
fuck about
Lauren wasn't
herself,
that type of
So 1
artist.
plus 1 do still equal 2. Oh, okay.
Lauren wasn't
Fuck, I
that
thought I
type
was
of
reading out of the
artist. Lauren wasn't that type of artist. D'Angelo wasn't that type of artist. They weren't.
It was also a
They
different
weren't that type of
time.
artist. It was the music only. It was the music
It was
only.
music,
D'Angelo,
yeah.
if
She did
D'Angelo didn't
Sister
have to
Act
make
too.
if D'Angelo didn't have to make a music
She
video, he
did
wouldn't.
joyful. We seen her make that kind of music.
like
Yeah,
the 90s,
yeah,
wasn't it?
he.
It's a different
So
time.
Miseducation came out in the 90s. All that happened in the 90s. So what are we talking about?
It was a different time. We have to be honest. Rihanna was definitely set up to be who Rihanna is.
Definitely.
She was definitely a part of a machine, like he said. I don't know what she did to deserve what she.
No, we not saying that.
I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just saying.
You can't gotta stop doing
we
that
don't.
shit.
We don't know what the underlying thing, because there was a lot behind her that made her who she is today.
Yeah,
there's a lot behind her.
They put millions and billions of dollars into an artist.
She's not the
Yes.
only one though. She was a part of the Def Jam machine, right? The rocker. What they call?
First, it was her and Tierra Marie, I think, were the first.
And
On Rock Nation.
And so what happened to
Yeah.
Tierra Marie? What happened to all the other Rock Nation
Tierra Marie went
artists?
crazy.
Her
Alcohol.
parents didn't sign her off.
Alcohol, cool.
That's
I
the
guess they
truth.
don't drink rum in Barbados.
Her parents
Not
didn't
like
sign
how
her
she
off
did.
and fly her out.
Okay, so what about all the other Rock Nation artists? What about Meek Mill? Fuck.
All
did that.
this sound
What about
like to
J.
me
Cole?
is one person
J.
decided
Cole
to
is
take their
considered
career.
one of the greatest ever.
Yeah, he's still rapping at T-Mobile while the rest of them niggas is doing stadiums. Like,
T-Mobile ain't no small feat.
is anybody even going? He's up against Chris Brown and Usher. Is anybody even going to that?
Shit, Chris Brown keep releasing the music. He ain't want nobody to be there.
They like that new song. What are you talking
Man,
about?
get the fuck
I've heard
out.
nothing but I haven't
like
heard
it.
I haven't heard it, but I've heard nothing but great things about it.
I like, you know
It
what?
sound like a Tank song.
I mean, he's singing
Tank
background.
Tank is
Taste
all
there.
over it.
Yeah,
I mean,
Like,
shout
it
out to
just
Leon.
sounds-
Shout out to
Get you a bag, buddy.
Shout out to Leon Thomas for getting Chris Brown to do something different. But this is the problem when we start complaining about the music that Chris Brown makes, and it all sounds the same because he tried something different and that shit stinks.
We don't know what it sounds like.
I like
yet.
Leon Thomas on Chris Brown records. I don't like Chris Brown on Leon Thomas records.
We don't know what it
If that
sounds like
makes
yet.
sense.
We
How are
do.
you complaining about something that hasn't happened yet?
No,
We
it just
don't
No,
know.
it's out.
The single. We don't know what the album sounds like. The album don't come out to this week.
It's 27
They doing
tracks.
an
It's not
album?
all gonna sound like that.
Chris Brown's album come
How
out
many?
Friday.
27.
I'm not listening.
Chris
Yeah,
Brown
I can't
album
go
come out on Friday. We haven't even heard the album yet.
How many autobiographies are you gonna put out, my nigga?
27 tracks.
Malcolm X only got
It's
one.
27 on it.
It's a reason why they used to make so many songs and only go and select the best 10 to 13 songs. Like,
Chris gonna
I'm
tell you he
so-
recorded 900 for
I'm
this and
tired.
whittled it down to
I'm
27.
exhausted.
And Tank need to sit down.
Why? No, he don't.
Chris on a different type of drug. He can do this.
I think
Good coke.
I respect his talent. But Tank also has a song on Kehlani's album.
I like
It shouldn't be. I do. I love the song. I do. I
Is
love
that
it.
ooh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it yet, but I
The
keep hearing about
problem
that song.
is, but the problem is that I shouldn't be able to know that somebody wrote it when I hear it.
That's like not knowing that he wrote all of Jamie Foxx album. That's Tank's voice.
It's a different time, but I think now it's like, as soon as I heard it, I'm like, Tank wrote that.
You don't know when a Dream wrote a record?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
That's not. That's
Why?
not.
Yeah. Why?
To
does
me,
it-
that's
why
not.
does it take
To me,
things?
that's not
When
necessarily.
the other guys' records come on, nobody's like, oh.
No, I think
We
Tank
knew
has
R.
had.
Kelly wrote a record.
I think
We
Tank has had
definitely
a.
knew when R. Kelly wrote a
I
record.
actually had some of R. Kelly's songs that he wrote and Tank's songs that he wrote.
Confused?
Yeah, confused too, because
I
they
can-
have a very similar
I could see that.
sound.
I don't like
and
it.
writing
And I
style.
think Tank has in this. I think this comes from. I feel like Tank has had like a slight resurgence when it comes to on the writing.
podcast has definitely brought him a new.
In the writing on the writing tip, and they all sound the same. As soon as I heard the Kehlani song, I said, "Man, this Tank right here."
I don't.
There's nothing wrong with
I
having a
think it's
signature
always
sound.
been like
I was
that,
gonna
though.
say, I think like when it comes from like a songwriter's aspect, especially somebody that appreciates songwriting. Like when you
Yeah.
hear a song that comes on by your favorite songwriter, you like, I already know that's Tank, and
Like,
it's not a bad.
I
thing.
Knew
I
this was
feel
a
like-
Teddy Riley track.
I feel like
You knew
I
it was
feel like-
Babyface.
I
You
feel
knew
like-
every
You knew it was
Babyface song.
Babyface. You knew it was.
You went to
Babyface.
Pharrell because you wanted the Pharrell sound.
yeah, no, we didn't.
And this is
But-
I haven't heard the album, but that's the one song I've heard about is ooh.
I feel.
So everybody seems to appreciate it.
I feel. No, I think Kehlani. The album is not bad. I think Kehlani.
I like
ruined,
his album.
I think Kehlani ruined the album by putting so many rap features on it. But she was doing it for nostalgic purposes.
Every
right?
song that I've heard
But
so far.
I
I'm
think
not interested on
for
that.
me, man, I think there was a time where I could feel like even if I knew Tank wrote it, that he I think he still loves writing, but it comes off as like a pure business decision at this point. Like, I'm just throwing shit out there at this point.
I mean, that's what it is for.
I miss the love.
What songwriter you think they didn't feel like it was a business thing? Is there a songwriter you feel like this is for the music?
Because they all want to be singers.
Yeah. They all want to make a placement. and
All
get a
of,
hit.
them, all of them did it
That's
for
the
the
whole-
business.
I think you
That's
just
the
shooting
whole
the tank for no reason on this one.
Who?
You don't think he doing it for the? That he was doing it for the money?
I don't feel it though.
Who?
No, that was
Darkchild?
definitely
Rodney Jerkins.
That's the reason why he
You
got
definitely not
with
saying
Brandy
that.
for sure.
It was crazy. I'm on her book.
Yeah,
This
she
nigga
said he
completely
left for
gave
the
her-
bag.
He completely gave her sound to everybody.
To Beyonce because
He gave it to Tony Braxton. He gave her sound to everybody. Yeah,
And
he
when they was
definitely-
beefing, this nigga said, I could go give this to
Because
Beyonce
it
and sell
works.
5 million.
Because it works. Because it sells.
Okay.
Yeah, you just shooting a tank on that one.
Yeah, I think that's all songs.
Let me Tank need to sit down then for a minute.
You know what I mean?
I enjoy him on the pod because they releasing. There's too many secrets being released. I was today's years old when I didn't know the nigga in Groove Theory was not the nigga singing on it,
Yeah, that threw me off.
I know that.
I knew that the whole time.
That threw me off.
and I didn't know.
I didn't know Tank wasn't singing on that Plies record. I was pissed off about that.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't know
It's too much shit that
That
I
pissed
didn't.
me off, huh?
And so he like part of the
Tank,
reason.
like, I heard it
He
was
said
like,
part
who
of the
is
reason
this?
like
Yeah.
Groove Theory ended was because
He got too big producer.
he said I'm doing this Groove Theory shit.
And I'm getting
And
50,000
I'm-
over here, 60,000.
Nigga, I didn't wrote for Tony Braxton. A song in which Babyface gets credit for, but
It's a couple of those that Bryce produced.
Yeah.
he said, yeah, man, I'm getting like, he said he getting like.
So y'all saying there's some Babyface songwriting
It's
credits that need
a
to
little,
be
it's a little
didn't
Dr.
lead
Dre.
out?
It's a little Dr. Dre hitman going on over there.
Damn,
But
for
you know,
real?
a lot of people, a lot of like artists
Producers,
do that.
yeah.
Producers do that.
Oh, that's
too.
why I
Like,
love Hitmaker so much because he's so open about it. He's so open about his process. You know what I'm saying? Like
You get them up and coming.
Yeah,
the ones that still
he said he
thirsty.
can go downstairs and find a bum who got a good beat, and he'll come upstairs and then make a whole hit. You know what I'm saying? And run a demo and sell it.
I think he got
That's
killed
crazy.
for it, but I think the truest statement that was ever made
Jermaine Dupri.
was when Drake said, "Making a song is truly a team effort."
It is.
No, the truest
It
statement is
a
Jermaine
collaborative
Dupri said,
effort.
"You could put me in a room by myself and I come out with a hit. You can't do that with any of these other super producers."
I don't
And he
believe that
never
either.
lied.
I don't believe that either.
Shit.
That's a fact.
I don't believe that either.
Shit. We watched him
That's a
do it
fact.
live on we watched him do the whole Ari Lennox
Yeah.
track
To
live
think-
on Instagram,
but
and that's a
yeah,
hit.
that's cool. But to think that this Jermaine Dupri in the studio by himself is the reason, like all them great records that he made. No, I don't believe that.
He got more of a capability than any of them other air quote super producers.
Having the capability and actually doing it is.
I believe that he's done it more than any of them ever have.
So if that's the case, then why did he steal Snoop Dogg's swag when he started the Brat?
Because it worked. She was the female version. And when he saw her, he felt that she was a female version
Why was
of Snoop.
Crisscross the
And he
rapper
was
version of
17 or
Another
18.
Bad Creation?
He was a
was a
teenager. What,
He was a kid.
where else is he supposed to steal from?
Crisscross was the kid version of Another Bad Creation.
He is a teenager. He's
Another
supposed to
Bad
steal
Creation
from
was
what the
kids.
fuck he see around him.
They were little.
But it was like the vibe of the record.
He's a kid
Nah,
himself.
But he produced him when he was 19, didn't he?
He barely 2 years older than them
Jump
niggas.
Jump is the hip hop version of Aisha.
Okay.
Jump is a
He's
diss,
17, 18, 19. What the hell do you
They're
want to be,
dissing-
Quincy
It's the hip-hop
Jones?
version of it.
They're dissing them.
That, I mean, I
It's
get that, but it's still the hip hop version of it. That's like the same record.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're expecting a lot of a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
He was 19 when he produced that.
Mike, do you hear my point I'm trying to make?
Yeah, but it's bad.
Thank you.
So the black people don't agree with you. Go ask the Indian. That's crazy.
Because I think when I'm like y'all comparing the music, and I'm saying what I'm saying is the creation of a record is more than just one person. No one person goes into the studio with all these ideas and just come out like this.
He was
all
19
I
years
call
old when he wrote and
It's
produced
definitely
I call
Jump.
bullshit.
No, it's definitely. I think it's definitely a team effort because even watching Jermaine Dupri on, I think it was R&B Money. He spoke on like creating other songs when he started working with like Rodney Jerkins and all the different people, like how he created these bigger records. So he's proven like when I get with these other artists, with these other creators, I create bigger records. But I do have big records of my own.
I don't mind it. But if you look at So Def during that period, he was shooting out so much music.
Yeah.
He would die from exhaustion. He ain't doing it by himself.
Well, I think the Twins wrote their own. I think the Twins wrote for themselves.
Yeah, Jagged Edge was
Jagged Edge wrote for himself.
And then again, we're talking about somebody who's
And then
19
you got
years
Candy
old.
and them, too.
Why the fuck do y'all keep saying 19? Where did somebody say 19 at?
He was 19 when he produced
Chris Cross
Jill.
came out. He did.
What I'm saying is that he got the inspiration from something else. This wasn't a.
Everybody's inspired by something.
Oh my god! What the fucking point? All right.
It is a collaborative effort though. Like
I said that.
because when you make music, like you can as a singular artist or producer, or whatever, you can go into the studio and create something, and then have someone else that also has a creative mind that'll hear something totally different when they listen to what you've already created and make it even greater. So I don't think that it should ever be something that's done by one person. I think that there should be multiple people that listen to it and contribute to it.
K-Camp do it.
Who?
K-Camp.
I don't
You in
listen
the
to
studio
anything
with
by
K-Camp?
K-Camp.
We seen him. He
Everything, all
K.
K-Camp songs sound exactly the same,
K-Cap
and I can
not a
pass
good
on
comparison.
Not my fault.
that.
No,
I'm okay.
I think the upset part comes from the illusion that with rappers it's just you and your pen versus the beat. Like it's not like a collaborative. That's always been the illusion when it comes to rap.
Well, I think part of that, most of it, I blame. Your leg keep hitting the.
my leg ain't nowhere near there.
I know the other leg.
My penis.
No, nigga, them big ass arms, nigga. No, but what I'm saying is, I think hip hop did a number. I think hip hop did a number on us, right? Part of it is everybody. When Wayne said, "I just go in there and I rap," that fucked up so many generations. Then we didn't know nothing about punch in, and then Jay-Z saying the one take shit. Fuck this up.
Wayne ruined it because that's how we learned about punch in. Like once you learn Wayne's process, you like, oh nigga, you really trash.
I didn't know nothing about punch ins.
Yeah,
I just
like
knew
once
niggas
Jay-Z,
was going in the booth. And
Jay-Z one take is different. Jay-Z.
I'm like, why Wayne doing that and then Cube sound like that? Like it's crazy.
Wayne was really punching. Jay-Z was like memorizing full records in his head and then going in and just doing a one take.
I guess it's a question for Skinny and Mike. Fuck. not necessarily a question, but can y'all give me? Okay, if you're in the booth, what does a rap punch-in sound like?
What you mean? What is? It's literally like you doing a bar or 2 bars or however many bars you can, and you stopping.
Okay, so you Mike, you engineering. Like what would can you give me an example? What does it sound like?
Yo, rapping.
Punch.
Damn.
That's what it is. It's
rapping the next line.
punch.
Yo, next part.
Yeah.
That's like
You're doing one out at a time.
Yeah.
Literally.
Depending on who it is. So that's
so. How
like,
does the pitch and all that come in? Because when you hear it, like the voice switch ups and
because sometimes you go back behind the last bar. So then when you rap that, I could rap these last 4 words of this bar to get into this bar. So it keeps my pitch where it needs to be at.
okay. What does
And then that goes into a great engineer to be able to match pitches and what you got to do too. Because sometimes you can't match the pitches.
okay? How does a punch in from an R&B artist sound?
Yeah. Like all the background vocals and stuff.
The R&B shit makes sense.
I feel like it's gonna rain
Yeah.
now. Like I feel like you just did the rain.
So
yeah.
so what we be hearing, it's not.
That was a little racist. I'm sorry.
When you
They're
learn
not
when you
singing it all
learn
the way
Wayne's
through.
process, you
That's
realize
crazy.
like learning Wayne's process pissed me off. Learning Wayne's process pissed me off because I thought that he was memorizing the track, going in there and doing a one take. I'm like, oh shit, he's the
All right,
greatest.
this is enough facts for me for today.
And that's really Jay-Z. Lil Wayne will rap and then be like, ooh, I don't like that. take off them last couple bars. I'm gonna start from that bar, then I'm gonna rap there. Oh no, okay, now let's go back. I just want them 2 words there, and I'm gonna change these words. Lil Wayne does this for a whole track.
How'd y'all think that? We literally heard him turn the pages on the fucking In the Squad mixtapes. Like we heard him.
Hey man, where can the people find y'all?
But he was actually reading it then.
Yeah.
We saying Wayne go in the booth right now and be like, just say whatever he think to his head to the beat, and then be like, I don't like that. Let's go back.
No, I'm saying how do people think he went from this artist who had to literally write down his lyrics to like.
All right, man, we gotta get up out of here, man. We gotta get up out of here.
Come on,
Y'all
man.
came about today. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, Joseph, where can they find you at?
Young Al Bundy, YUNGAL_Bundy.
Shayna_Candy everywhere.
Skinny JR777 on Instagram. You find me there. You find me everywhere.
Don't ever go to New York again.
New York was fun, man.
The music was
I never
was
complained.
it giving
Yeah.
Killer Bees?
Hey man, you can find me at Just Call Me Spence on Twitter. Find the podcast pages on Views from the 7 everywhere. View 7 Network on YouTube, man. Till next week, we up out of here. Peace.
Peace.